Good morning, friends. How are we all doing today? I hope you're well. Natalie, good morning. Kaylee, great to see you both. Hope you had great weekends. We're back again this morning. James, good morning, sir. How are you this morning? What a busy weekend. Still no sign of the Roma yet. Don't tell me this. I was hoping for good news this morning. It will come eventually, mate. I hope it does. Evermelt Ice, great to see you, my friend. How are you doing this morning? We're here again, continuing on with our shiny Oni Nuzlocke in Soul Silver. So, Holly, good morning. How are you? Hope you had a good weekend. Hope you all had great weekends in Professor Oak. So we left off last week in the gym. We were a little bit under leveled. Off stream, I have leveled up my Pokemon to a more substantial level. And we have a good strat. I'm not too worried about Claire. Well, I am still worried about Claire, but I'm not as worried as I was. I think I delved into how we can beat her, and we do have a way to do it. I'll leave it until the battle, and then we're going to unleash it, and it should hopefully be straightforward. There is a few things that could go wrong with it, but once we're done with Claire in her crony gym grunts, then we can move to Lugia and hopefully get ourselves a shiny Lugia, which is going to be really cool to kind of round the team off. No more casualties today. That would be the nice thing. So we took the casualty to a golem on Friday, which was very sad. But hopefully today we'll jump into it. We'll get straight into it and we'll get through this without any issues. Corey, good morning. How are you doing? Everyone, glad I could join at the very start of the series. It's great to have you here. It's going to be a good week this week. We got some news dropped this morning. I don't know if all of you have seen it or aware of it, but we are due another, interestingly, another home update on Wednesday this week, on the 12th, which is coming in a lot sooner than what I thought the next update or maintenance period for Pokemon Home would be. So I'm curious whether or not this one is going to be, we need to go up one, don't we? Whether this one is going to be, oh, they don't make this easy, do they? And now we need to spin it all the way around again. A update where we're going to be able to potentially get ourselves the completion dex for Sword and Shield reward, and maybe even Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. Maybe they're going to drop 2 more shiny mythicals this week, which makes it pretty difficult because I'm like, okay, well, I haven't really got the BDSP or the PLA. We're very close with that one done yet, and I wanted to get the Sword and Shield decks done before then, so we've got a little bit of work cut out for us. So maybe after today, I think we're gonna have to go into beep beep Moreep. Maybe after today we come back and we clean up PLA, BDSP, and make a good start on Sword and Shield to the point where we can potentially just pick the gifts up on Wednesday if we get those updates. I don't know. I'm just assuming that that's what we'll get. Ooh, dodging the Hydro Pump. Very nice. Hoping for another great week. Last week was my husband got a new job. 23% salary increase. That's amazing to hear, Kaylee. That's awesome. Congrats to your husband for that. That is very cool. Nice big fat wage as well. That's nice increase. Eventually moved to which we've been wanting to get out of my house. So win-win. That is awesome to hear. Great. And I hope the same. Another good week this week. I feel like it will be. I feel like it will. Cisco, good morning. How are you doing? Bethan, how are we today? Completed Sword and Shield yesterday. You are ahead of the game. You are where I want to be with my decks. So that's awesome. If we do, like I say, there's no guarantees to us getting more gifts. It might just be a maintenance period, standard maintenance period, and we might not get anything. But I do feel like it could be potentially the final 2 dex completion rewards. Maybe. Corey, on the 12th, pretty sure that'll be Pokemon Home's 5th anniversary. I didn't even realize that. That makes more sense than Corey. That will be the case. I think because of that, I think it's definitely more likely. Didn't realize it was the Pokemon Home 5th anniversary, because yeah, when would be a better time to kind of finish the final bits off with the reward style and doing it on the anniversary of the software itself. Luke, good morning, mate. How are you doing? I'm doing good, mate. Doing good this morning. Looking forward to getting to this Lugia hunt, which we should do early on in the stream today. Everything going well. I do not want to take another casualty unnecessarily like we did Friday. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Hope you had a good weekend though, mate, and having a good start to your week. James, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? How's everyone's weekends? What's everyone get up to? If you've been smart, you've been completing your Pokemon Sword and Shield decks, potentially for an update. More rewards coming on Wednesday, but we'll see. Yet to have anything officially concrete announced. Guess we'll have to wait and see what happens on that front. Power, how are we doing this morning? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks so much to everyone for joining the stream with us this morning, continuing this quest in Soul Silver. We're making nice progress though. We might need to, like I said, put a little pause to this for the middle of the week while we do some dex hunting and get some mythical Pokemon hunted in BDSP, PLA, and potentially Sword and Shield as well. I'm not too worried about Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, because I feel like the majority of need to go. Where do I need to go? Yes, I need to go this way, so I can do this, and then we'll go this way, and then we need to turn it again and then go this way. Do we go up one and then that will let me go? No. What am I doing? I think I need to turn it. No, wait there. I need to turn it this way, don't I? And then one more. And up one. No. Why am I being so... I can't turn it that way. Why am I having such a hard time with this? Pretty sure it's early. It's early. That's the only thing. I need it to be, do it no, this way, and then I can't turn it. Why am I having such a hard job with this? Professor Oak, how are you doing? Polly, how are you? I think I'm really close to completing Sword and Shield. This is embarrassing. I shouldn't be getting stuck on this part. Can I do this and then do that? Yes, that's how we do it. Okay. Right. Okay. Ignore me for a moment. Let me catch up with chat. Did the Aussie Flying Eevee work out right? I haven't had a chance to jump in yet, mate, but I will this afternoon for sure, and I will let you know. 100%. Thank you once again for sending that over. That's very, very kind of you. Berserk, I wonder if David will show up today. Eagles won the Super Bowl in a very convincing way. Must have been a great party in Philadelphia. Yeah, I reckon David is going to be probably a no-show today, which we can't blame him for. Partying all night. Shiny Hunter, how are we doing today? Good to see you. Good luck on the Nuzlocke. Still no luck hatching Shiny Quaxley yet, so still need 3. Also hunting for Shiny Ho-Oh and Brilliant Diamond. Currently at 700 resets. Hopefully that shows up soon and you get some better luck with those Quaxley eggs. Really sending you the shiny vibes today. Hopefully we can both get them. Weekend sucked. Had the worst migraine of my life yesterday. All better today. One way, I'm pleased that the migraine's gone. And I'm so sorry to hear that, Polly. That's awful. Nothing worse than a migraine. They're just day ruiners. But I'm just pleased it hasn't dragged on into today. Oh, that is rubbish. It's just a complete write-off of a day. It's horrible. Nothing worse. Side was up corner. We got it. We got there, James. We got there. Mighty, good morning. Sekame, how are we doing today? I started to play PLA more now, and I just recently got a full odds shiny alpha Cyndaquil. Wow, that is amazing. Congrats. Kelly got flying Eevee from the promo. Now securing home. Very nice. It's a nice mystery gift as well. Okay. Right. Here we go. Claire, we're going to use our Heracross for this. For a couple of reasons. The Gyarados that Claire leads with allows us to set up 2 Sword Stances. So it does drop an Intimidate onto us. It takes us down to -1. But we can get ourselves to +3 pretty comfortably. We've got a Guave Berry on it, so we get a little bit of health back. I think the Gyarados is pretty much because of our special bulk that we've got. It's going to be more inclined to lock into Dragon Rage, so we should be fine. And I've also been doing Volto Flip, so I have purchased TM, which was quite important for this, which is Sword Stance, which I've taught to Heracross. We'll go for one more. Now, the only iffy thing here is a Rock Tomb move. It's not the best accuracy. We need it to hit. We've got a little bit of leeway. Now, a berry should proc here. So we can afford one to miss. We're +3. But if this one hits, then we're all good. And it does hit. So we should pick up the knockout here. But this is going to be plain sailing now. Because we outspeed everything on Claire's team. In close combat now, +3 will be enough to knock everything out. So this was the turn I was really worried about, where we come into it and the Rock Tomb misses, which it can do. And we've been punished in previous Nuzlocks on other games many times where the Rock Tomb's missed and it's cost us. And we could easily miss twice. And then that puts us really in a bad place. But now we're in such a good place with Hera. +3, there's nothing that can stand in our way. So here we go. We should be able to wrap this one up. I'm not going to get my hopes up too much because obviously it's not over until it's over, but we should outspeed the Kingdra, which we do. And a +3 close combat going to be more than enough to wipe this. We don't even need to think about that citrus berry that it's got. And it's all good from here on out. Just a Dragonair to think about, which we know we're going to outspeed. So strange that the UK didn't get it again. Funny how they're referring non-UK people to the UK site for support with you. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so weird. I wonder, it's strange to me that they haven't announced it yet as well, because it feels like one of those things where if we were going to get it for Pokemon Day, we would have had it announced now ahead of time, which makes it feel weird. And there we go. Claire done. All 8 gym badges done in the Johto region. All we've got ahead of us is the Elite 4. We did it at level cap with our gym leader slayer, Heracross. Once again, how much work has Heracross put in this playthrough? I won't concede this. I might have lost, but you're still not ready for the Pokemon League. I know. You should take the Dragon Master Challenge. Find the gym. A place called the Dragon's Den. There is a small shrine at its heart. Go there. If you can prove that you lost your lazy ideals, I will admit you are a trainer worthy of the gym badge. It's so annoying that we have extra to do with Claire. Shiny Heracross steamrolled Claire. Yeah, I think we're lucky because the one thing that I'd already done was EV train the Heracross. We'll heal up before we go and do our little journey. But yeah, we'd EV trained the Heracross, so it means that we do outspeed the Kingdra, and I kind of thought we would. We've not got max IV, so that was my only worry, that if the Kingdra gets a jump on us, if we're speed tie with the Kingdra, then we'd be in a little bit of trouble. But knowing that the Gyarados pretty much will automatically, because it's not going to go for its other moves, just because it's going to be doing less damage, where the Dragon Range guarantees that kind of consistent damage. But because of our HP as well, we have a little bit of leeway to set up those Sword Stance, and because the +3 was enough with the Rock Tomb to get it, I was like, well, this could be a route for us to get an easy victory. It's a bit dodge because, like I say, the Rock Tomb can miss, and if it does 2 times in a row, then we are done with Heracross. There is no coming back from that. So we'll see. Oh, we've got Heracross up top. I don't know if this is the right play. I think we need to probably switch the team up a bit. So just always, I know, right? Claire, can you believe it? By the way, I looked up Price's gym badge allows you to use Whirlpool outside of battle, so we could do it. I think we needed the flag though, where we needed Elm to give us the Master Ball, and then we need to go to the Kimono girls, beat them, and then that activates the Lugia scene, if that makes sense. Dragon Rage. Claire needs to be sanctioned by the Pokemon League. I know, right? Let's report her. Olio, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well. With the Extreme Speed Dratini, can I leave it and come back to it later? That's the big question. Because if I can, I'd prefer to do that. I vowed that we will come back and get it. I just want to do the Lugia first, Elite 4, and then come back to this. But I'm not sure if that is going to be the case, or if we have to pick it up. I don't know if any of you guys know. Recently made a singles team. Nice, nice. It was Wo-Chen. Co-Chain Cinderace. I like it. The married couple of God of War and Gallade. Stored Power, Espathra, and Basculegion female with choice specs. Very nice. Very solid team. Scary offensively, for sure. Hope you've been getting on well with it, Mighty. I love that you've got the pairing of the God of War and the Gallade in there as well. Ah, we can't get around this way, can we? We have to go around the other way. Joking for the information to know how early you could access the horse. Oh, that's very true. Oh, we have to go all the way around, don't we, and use Whirlpool, which we haven't got on anything, I don't think. So I think we might need to go back to our boxes to get our Poliwag and put that in our team. I forget about that. You can only get on a return trip to the Dragon's Den, so don't interact with the Elder again after getting the badge from Claire until you want the Dratini. Okay, thank you so much, James. That is very useful. I'm going to actually fly rather than getting an encounter here. And then Hoot Hoot, we are going to have to box you for a minute, my friend. Get a little Poliwag, which I'm hoping Cannnot will do. And then we'll be able to get... And I forget that we need the TM Whirlpool for this, which is a little bit sidestepping, but we'll be okay. Move Pokemon. I think we've already got Surf on it, so we should be good with that. Yeah, so I managed, after I did the leveling up, with the team, I jumped into Voltorb Switch and went on a mad run and actually figured it out properly. So I've got enough coins now for the Dratini in there, and I got up to, what did I need? I needed 4,000 coins for Swords Dance. It didn't take me long at all to do, actually. And now I feel like I understand it, whereas I feel like on Friday I was kind of like bumbling around trying to figure it out, and it didn't go that well. So it does feel as though if we need to, we can really take advantage of that going forward, which is good, But everyone, what are your thoughts if we do get a reward for the decks for Sword and Shield this week on Wednesday with the update? What do you think it's going to be? What mythical? And do you think it's going to be a shiny mythical as well? I really want to rule out Keldeo and Deoxys, especially Deoxys, since we just got it. Deoxys doesn't feel like it would be the one that we would get. I want to rule out Keldeo because I feel like they've done mystery gifts recently, especially in Japan, for Keldeo. And you can already get it in the base games, although I don't know if that really makes any difference. I would love to say... Yeah, there's an update being announced for Wednesday this week. So there's been no confirmation of any rewards coming with this update. It might be just a standard maintenance period, but it's a pretty long maintenance period. It's like another 6-hour one. So it's pretty much like the one that we got for Enamorus and Manaphy. So I think it seems like, and Corey mentioned as well, that it's on Wednesday, the 5th anniversary of Pokemon Home, which makes it feel even more likely that we're gonna get some sort of update reward just because of the 5th anniversary. I think without the 5th anniversary, I'd probably say it's not super likely, but I feel like it's more likely that because of that 5th anniversary that we do get something. So maybe I'm just wondering what we get though. Like, there's a part of me that's I would love Shiny Marshadow. I think Shiny Marshadow would be my all-time dream #1 pick. Victini as well would be really cool. I think that would be good. And then it unlocks the ability for Niantic to do a shiny Victini event in Pokemon Go, because I think how Pokemon want it to work is you can get it in the actual games before you get it in Pokemon Go. So maybe we see that. I don't know, but it might just be Keldeo. Do you want to help me evolve my Pokemon? Jade. At the moment, I I cannot, but I will be doing my deck stuff later this week on stream. So when we jump into that, if you still need a hand, I'm more than happy to. Shiny Zarude. I mean, that would be a big one. I think a lot of people are saying that that makes a lot of sense. I wouldn't be sad with Shiny Zarude either, for sure. Got Soul Silver. Oh, you've got Soul Silver, so you need to. What Pokemon have you got that you need to evolve? And I don't think we can, because we need to go on Wi-Fi when the Wi-Fi services. Unfortunately, locally you can do it, but Wi-Fi, they're all down, unfortunately. Otherwise, it would help. I like that. Shiny Marshadow, me too. I'm sorry, but I must test you. Not to worry. You are to answer only a few questions. Ready? Let's see how our quizzing goes. What are your Pokemon to you? What should we say? Friend? Friend. Let's go friend. Oh, I understand. Helps you win battles. Cheating. Strategy. Let's go with that. Understand. What kind of trainer do you wish to battle? Strong. Understand. What's the most important thing about raising Pokemon? Love. Come on. Strong Pokemon, weak Pokemon, which is more important? Both. Because then you can train the weak ones up. I'm giving him, I'm just feeding him what I think he wants to hear. I see you care deeply for Pokemon, very competent. That conviction is what is important. Osirus, don't lose that belief. It will see you through at the Pokemon League. Here we go, here's Claire. Dragging her sorry self in. So how did it go? I guess there's no point in asking. Did you fail? What, you passed? That can't be. Haha, Claire. See? Heracross is too strong for you. Now, we surprise you even more. You're lying. Even I haven't been approved. That makes it so much better, doesn't it? Love Marshadow, but they did a Marshadow event in Sun Shield before. They have, yeah. I think they did it. It was one of the last mythical events that they did, didn't they? Marshadow Volcanion, and what was the third one? It was like the set of 3. Yeah, this is the Rising badge. Hurry up, take it. And there's our Rising badge. There we go. If it's Sword and Shield, it could presumably be a shiny Gen 8 legendary mythical. Yeah, that's very true. Also, like Wochen as Dessing, it may not be for everyone because it's a snail, but it has overall well-rounded stats. That is very true. On the topic of your singles team, still connected to Wi-Fi on Soul Silver Trade, and battling still works. Are you on which server are you hooked up to? Are you got like a must be a private DNS that you have? Right, so I can't. Have you heard of Lugia? Between Olivine and Cianwood towns called the Whirl Islands, there's a huge waterfall deep in the cave there. It said that Lugia rests in the deep end of the waterfall basin. You need a silver wing to reach the waterfall basin, I've heard. Okay, so we don't interact with that chap now because we need to come back for the Dratini later. So we've got a silver wing. There we go. What is lovely. Sam, how are we doing today? I hope you're well. Having a great start to your day. Luke, great to see you as well. What is love, baby? Don't hurt me. There we go, Luke. Coming in. I'm not going to sing it, mate. I'll save you all. I think, is that item there worth grabbing? I think it's a dragon fang, maybe. Joshua, how are you doing this morning? Does a shiny charm affect Dex Nav in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire? I'm pretty sure it does. I'd have to double check, but like off the top of my head, I think the shiny charm works in those games as it should do. Shiny Lugia, imagine if we get it today. Mighty, could you imagine? Claire's still bitter about being steamrolled by shiny Heracross. She'll never get over it. I'm gonna nab this item because I feel like it's worth grabbing while we're here against the twins. It's a stranger, someone we don't know. Who are you? Marshadow, Keldeo. Zarude would make a lot of sense, wouldn't it? I guess as well, if I'm going off the logic of being like, okay, well, Keldeo has already been done in a mystery gift event recently in Japan. Then on that basis, I guess, have we got anything? We got strength. We've got strength. You can go for that. On that basis, then it would, I have to be the logical thing to say Marshadow would be also in that same boat because they did that in Sword and Shield, although it was a little while ago. So maybe not Marshadow. Maybe Zarude is the one that we're going to get. Airborne can't be beaten. I do love Strength's animation. It is a very cool animation. The headbutt and Dratini. So, what else? And if they do, let's go. I mean, Jirachi could be something that we see as well, you know? Because we haven't had shiny Jirachi really. And if they're doing the older mythicals, maybe Jirachi makes sense because it falls in line with, oh, it's just an elixir. I went shard hunting and I've got so many elixirs from the Runes of Alph, breaking rocks, trying to find a yellow shard so I could get a citrus berry. Wait, Claire, sorry about this. Here, take this as my apology. Claire feeling bad. Yeah, I do like Claire, but she's a bit bitter. Dragon Pulse is kind of a never mind. It's huge energy of some kind. If you don't want it, you don't have to take it. What's the matter? You're headed to the Pokemon League, go back to New Bark Town, surf along Route 27. Your face is telling me you have some unfinished business. Come on. Whatever you have to face from now, don't you dare give up. If you do, I'll feel even worse about having lost to you. Right. We just save, we turn this off, and we put Claire into eternal self-doubt forever. Never come back to this game. Never finish anything. Nice double battles. I know. I like it. I like it. Professor Elm. Hello, Osirus. How's it going? I've gotten hold of something neat. Swing by my lab and pick it up. See you later. All right, Elmy boy. We will swing by the lab. I think I need to get Hoot Hoot in the team though, don't I? First, did anyone watch the Super Bowl? I'm so not happy with how it ended. I didn't watch it, mate. I was so wiped last night. Normally Sunday nights I'm up later because we have the announcements, but because we got this week's already announced, it's kind of unsure whether we'd get anything else. Pretty sure that we weren't, because we've got the Milcery raids this week. Ah man, I need a repel. But I hope you enjoyed it anyway, Fowline, even though the result wasn't that great. Was 2010 level 50 or open level? No, it was locked. VG's always been level 50, Ashley. Yeah. But they used to have a thing where they would only level down to 50. So if you didn't level your Pokemon up to level 50, they would stay at that. So you used to be able to have like level 1 Pokemon in your team or level 49. There's been certain scenarios over the years where like we saw a level 49 Groudon perform very well in big tournaments just because it undersped like the majority of other threats in the format, you know. So now they level up and they level down to 50, whereas back in the day they would just leave. If anything was under level 50, then they would leave it at that level. So like you would have seen in 2009, 2008, I believe, it was won by a level 1 Schmeagle and Metagross team. So problem is I need Whirlpool as well, so I need both of these in my team, which is not ideal. What's going to be good to keep it for the Lugia? I've got the Master Ball, so it doesn't really matter. So I can box Gyarados for now, and then we can do that. I do want to buy an Escape Rope though before we do anything. So we'll just heal the team up as well. James, I think we may have a problem with getting Extreme Speed Dratini. You have to answer the questions with certain answers to get the special move. I don't know if our answers were correct. Don't say that. Oh, that's annoying. If maybe we lucked out and just got them right. I'm going to be optimistic on that and say we got the answers that we needed just by chance. Right, let's see. Can we buy the Escape Rope from here, or do we have to go? There we go. Okay, let's get a couple of them just in case we need them. Some extra repels. Not those ones. Super repels. We got 10 in our bag already, so we'll just get a few more. We need anything else? Buy some hyper potions as well, just while we're here. I'll come in handy later anyway. And then Ultra Balls. I don't think we need any, but we'll get a few more because we're going to get the Master Ball. So I think we're going to probably just use that against Lugia. I have a package from your mum. Kibia Berry. One of the Chiefs to win. They lost 40 to 22. Mission failed. We'll get them next time. Definitely next time, mate. You will. You will. I have confidence. We got anything else? No further packages. I got a choice scarf when I checked when I was doing the leveling up and stuff, so that might come in handy at a later stage. So we need to swing by Elm's lab, New Bark Town. Hope so. I just didn't think about that. No, don't apologize, mate. It's my fault as much as anyone else's. I should have really done the research into it before coming into it, but yeah, typical me, just jumping 2 feet first, you know. What have we got? Lyra, Osirus, did you already collect all 8 gym badges? That's so cool. The professor is waiting for you. Professor Elm. Hi, Osirus. You never cease to amaze me. Thanks to you, my research is going great. Take this as a token of my appreciation. Obtain the Master Ball. I think we need to go to... Where do we need to go now? Does he tell us? Get much better use out of it. By the way, we just had a group of beautiful Kimono girls looking for you. People are talking about you. I've heard you help Kimono girls. You've been helping all of these people. You make me proud to be your friend. So cute. Kimono girls are waiting for you at Aquatic Dance Theatre. So let's get going then. I have no idea what team they're going to use, but I mean we should be fine. I'm not really sure what level they're all at. Let's fly over there. Critique is here. And then we'll put Gyarados in the team. Just to solidify. Have they all got Eevees? That's what I'm thinking. They've all got Eevees. Heracross comes in pretty clutch against the majority of them. But I'm not too sure. Devil, how are we doing today? Just dropping by to wish you good luck with the shiny hunting on Lugia. Have a great day. Thank you so much, my friend, and I hope you have a great start to your week as well. Enjoy your Monday, my friend. Dance theater. Okay, here we go. Thud. How? How is this possible? How can I lose to a mere Kimono girls? You're watching me, Osirus? Yeah, that's right. I never thought defeating 5 Kimono girls would be so hard. I've gotten beat to a pulp. You must have come here for the same reason, right? Don't get cocky just because you defeated Team Rocket. These Kimono girls are insanely strong. Go ahead, see if you can defeat them. But I'm not going back. I don't want to see you win. Love that. He's like, yeah, I don't want to see you win. He's confident we are going to win. Yes, James. Thank you, mate. Oh, we're going straight in. There's no hanging about. Welcome. My name is Zuki. I met you previously in Violet City. In order to bring back Lugia, we needed someone with the right bond with Pokemon. We asked Mr. Pokemon to give this mystery egg to whoever showed true potential. The egg was eventually handed from Mr. Pokemon to Professor Elm and then to you. However, being pure alone will not be sufficient to face the power of this Pokemon. I must test you. Are you ready? Yes. Let's go into it. Do we face them consecutively, one after another? I will test you how closely you've bonded with your Pokemon. Hopefully it's not too hard. I mean, Arrival might be just bigging it up. After moving to Valencia last year, mother put on rent our apartment. Well, it turns out that the sewer rat entered the apartment. No, mate. Don't tell me that. I've got a huge phobia of rats. I hope we can get it sorted out soon. Actually, I have to catch Ho-Oh too. Close combat should be enough to like just wipe this straight up. Yeah, good. Evolutions each of them have one. Pretty sure all have Eevees. Thank you, chat. Thank you all. Back to back, no chance to heal between each evolution. Okay, well we should be all right if they're all around level 38. Don't even hit rats, mice. The urban ones that are not domesticated, just nasty. I've got a huge fear. I had an incident when I was younger with a wild, like a river rat. It's huge. It scarred me for life. Ever since then, yeah. Had a bit of a panic attack at the time. It was not a pleasant experience. Espion could be tricky. It'd be nice to have Mega Horn now, but unfortunately, I don't. Oh, we got Shadow Claw. Do we just go for it? It might outspeed us. I do worry, but our special defense is strong enough. I think we're okay. I think Heracross is going to be fine. This should one shot. Psychic is very. Oh. Sit. Stop. Stop. Right. Hera is not in a good spot, but we do outspeed, and we are gonna. I thought the Shadow Claw would be enough. Too close. I can't do the tails on mice and rats. They just creep me out. I know, that's exactly. I am exactly the same as that. Too close. Do we get healed up between? If not, this is gonna make it tricky. Hera's gonna be in a tight spot every time. We're gonna have to switch around. Let's see. Do we get healed up between? I don't know if they will. Oh, they all know quick attack moves. So we got lucky. Does Umbreon have Pursuit? Flareon. Well, we can't stay in against Flareon for sure. Yeah, the Pursuit worries me slightly. If any of them have got Pursuit. I don't think any of them... I don't think the elemental ones will have Pursuit and things. Fire Blast is going to be strong. That is fat damage. This should be enough though. Should be. Jolteon's going to be a little bit tricky, especially without Golem. It's like, do we bring in Ampharos for that one? Maybe Typhlosion. Meganium's decent, but I worry about Pin Missile, you know, from the Jolteon. Not worried about the Vaporeon to speak, really. I think the Vaporeon's fine. The Jolteon's the one that worries me, just because it could have Pin Missile. I should have looked at the teams and what they had. There's the Jolteon. So once the Jolteon's done, I think we're all right. Where are we going? It's gonna be Beep Beep or Chonkarita. I think Chonkarita's probably the best one just to switch in. Although Ampharos would have been better, really. Ampharos would have been better. We resist, and then we don't need to worry about the Pin Missile with the Ampharos. See how much this does. We can get a light screen set up. Pin Missile is slightly worrying. Let's get a light screen up. Okay, double team. That's fine because we've got Magical Leaf, so that's fine. We don't really worry about the evasiveness raising because we can't miss. I still worry about Pin Missile if it's got it. Okay, that's fine. You just continue doing that, Jolteon, and then this one's all right. There's a part of me that wants to just heal up fully, so we're in a bit of a better spot against the... Oh, it's Thunder Waving. Cheeky. The Vaporeon, because it could have Aurora Beam. I don't hate anything in the world more than the nasty bug trio. Cockroach, flies, mosquitoes. Seriously, does anyone like those tiny, monstrous abominations of nature? Oh, the last resort. We should be... Yeah, we're fine. I worry. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Polly. That's what maybe Ampharos is just the switch straight away. Although, probably not. The Vaporeon I can't really take too lightly, you know, because it's switching into Ampharos. It's going to be the problem. And like, what attacks the Vaporeon going to go for? Is it going to go for a Hydro Pump? Because if it's got Hydro Pump, then Ampharos is not going to be in a position to take a lot of those. Whereas we could potentially bait out a switch. We could go to Chonkarita now, take the water attack, and then switch into Ampharos. I think that might be the better way to kind of bait the Aurora Beam into... Yeah, because it goes... Okay, so Surf isn't the worst. I don't think we can stay in, though, because your Aurora Beam will probably be enough to put us in a danger. And also, I think the fact that we potentially could get fully paralyzed and waste a turn. Hydro Miss, that's what we want. I think it's last resort Surf, quick attack, Aurora Beam. Yeah, Aurora Beam. Rich, good morning, mate. How are you doing today? I hope you're well. Is it worth setting a light screen up first? That's the thing. Or do we just go straight for a discharge? I think we get the light screen up because if things go wrong with Ampharos, at least we've got that for later on in the battle and make it a little bit more manageable. And this will be able to take this way more comfortably. Yeah. And now we can just discharge and then we're done. The quick attack, yeah, it's opting for that. It's going to get more damage with that than it thinks with the... We should be all right. Hope you had a good weekend, Rich. Great to see you as always, mate. Might be AFK for a bit at the gym. I'll pop in if I sense danger. Hopefully there's nothing, but enjoy the session, mate, and we'll catch up with you when you're done. Good, thank you, mate. Just driving back home from Hartlepool. Nice. Been out working this morning. Hope it's been all right, mate. How's it up there? It's cold today. Been cold down here yesterday and today. Hartlepool. Haven't been there in years. We were not wrong about you. You are indeed worthy of this. Please take it. Tidal Bell. There we go. Okay, so we're all set for Lugia. What's going on? Big sisters. I just saw the big shadow of a Pokemon. The Whirl Islands. Waters. Could it be? Cyrus, we'll be at the Whirl Islands. See you there. It'd been so handy right now if they were just like, we're all going that way. Do you want to grab a ride? Come with us. Yes, please. Chilly one, especially in the pipe mill. Back home to a warm office. Nice, mate. That sounds perfect. Perfect for the rest of the days. Stay toasty. Right, let's heal up. We got through that without any casualties, which is good. What's the current level cap? Now, our level cap now must be 54 or around... No, can't be 54. I think the level cap's 50, isn't it? So it might be around 48 for the first. Let's have a look. For our first Elite Four member. I don't know. Am I being overconfident? 42. Wow, our level cap is 42. That might be a bit of an issue for... Okay, so Heracross is like level cap right now for the first Elite Four member. Wow. I didn't expect it to be that low. I know the Elite Four in this game is not the highest of levels, but that means Lugia we can't use until the third Elite Four member, because I'm pretty sure Lugia is level 45. Which is I guess fine. So we need you. We'll pop you in of a Gyarados, and then we are good to jump in. Shiny Lugia is so nice. Premier Ball matches it so well. Yeah. Should we get some? Can we get Premier Balls? Can we get some? We probably could. Is it the same deal in this game where we buy 10 Pokeballs and we get 1 Premier Ball? I would love to get in a Premier Ball. We've got the Master Ball, so let's see. Can we buy 10? Let's get a bonus. Can I do 20 though? That's the thing. I don't know if in this game where I do 20 and I'll get 2, because I can just sell these Pokeballs. I'm losing money by it. No, it's only 10. Okay. So we'll get a few. We'll get a few. We can try. I don't need to go crazy. Now we'll sell some. Sell some Pokeballs. Okay, there we go. Okay, we got a fastball as well. Oh, a package for you. Here you go. Okay, so that's all we got. Focus Sash. No way, we got a Focus Sash. That's wild. Okay, Focus Sash is actually insane. Yachi Berries. They're actually going to be quite useful for the Elite Four. Okay, I can't believe we got a Focus Sash. That's wild. That's wild. Okay, I'm actually too excited about that. Because we can give the Focus Sash to Heracross. We never need to worry about getting one-shot by things, which is nice. Do we put Heracross up top? Probably not. Not for this. I think we'll go here. We've got our repels and things. But now we need to head down to the Whirl Islands, which is Olivine. Oh, mate, yeah, Mighty. I'm with you on the ticks thing. They scare me, mate. For the record, I'm not texting and driving. Speech text is a game changer. Just thinking of that meme, mate. You've got it down. Right. I don't think we need to go too far to actually get to where we need to. I don't think it's super difficult. Super repel. It's crazy that it's 10, just 10 Pokeballs. Take forever to get like 100 of them. I think it's one of the first islands that we come across, isn't it? Down here, pretty sure. I don't know if it's that one. I think it might be this. Is it this one? Focus Sash straight on Gyarados. That's not a bad idea, you know, especially with that Dragon Dance when we get it. But the Focus Sash was, it's like the item that I've wanted. That and Leftovers, I think, is like just two, like such huge, it's such a game changer. I think this is the right one. Whirl Islands. Can we use Flash just to see where we're going? It's been years since I've done this part of the game, so I'm not really sure if we're going the right way or not. But I'm not sure if there's a right or a wrong way. May as well get items when we're down here though, just because they might be useful. Full restore. Like that. Yeah, so we've had some really good items from Mother Dearest. Like I say, we got Choice Scarf, which was another really good item. So we've got the Focus Sash. Big old nugget. Don't want to go that way. Do we go this way? Let's see if this will take us where we need to go. Up here, maybe. Nice Ultra Ball. Also seems to be the probe critical hits. Determined to that. Yeah, that's also true. We can't go that way. Can we go up here? Nope. Nothing there. So we've only got one way to go. Let's try down this route. I wish we had the option in these games of being able to just constantly keep the super repels on. Exia, how are we doing today? I hope you're well, having a great start to your week. And it's great to have you join the stream with us. I can't push it that way, so we'll have to go a different route. Hoping Lugia hunt won't take too long. You and me both, my friend. I should have really looked at the route with where we need to go. I'm not too sure we need to go out that way, but it'd be an absolute dream if we get the shiny Lugia early. I imagine getting it today. I mean, that would be amazing, but I'm not hopeful. The odds are still so crazy. Get this item. There's a specific route, but I don't know what it is. I'm used to playing Hot Gold. Haven't done the Whirl Islands in years. I'm exactly the same, mate. I'm like, if we wander around enough, we should find where we need to go. I feel like we're... I say it. I feel like we're on the right road, but I don't think we are. Maybe this is the... Maybe this is the one. Maybe this. We'll go down here and we'll take a different route down. I can't remember the last time I actually did this. So I have no recollection of the actual path to where we need to go. Hopefully, like I said, it won't take that long to do. But I guess we can explore the caverns and we can find some useful items along the way. Maybe we need to push that boulder though. But again, we can't really, because even if we do, we're not going to be able to move it anywhere. I think we need to go up this ladder. That's the thing. We probably need to take a different route from here. Throw all your Premier Balls at Shiny Lugia first once you find it. Yeah, I think that's the plan. We definitely should do that. Because if we can get it in the Premier Ball, just by luck, that would be fire. Back at this point again. So we're just going around in circles from here. Let me see if I can find something that's going to give me... Didn't. Oh man, it's like literally text. Let's see the map. Okay, so I need to go in. Oh, there should be trainers in here. Tob, how are you doing, mate? I hope you are well. Having a great start to your week. Great to see you as always, mate. Okay, it's still got one in effect. Which one does it say to go in? It says, hug the rightmost boundaries of the route along the rocks until you see the whirlpool on your left. On this map, it is the top right whirlpool. Cross that whirlpool, go inside the cave guards. Okay, so it's the top right. This one, I feel it is. We went in originally in the right one. We've just taken the wrong turn, I think. So let's go back to Olivine City and then we can start this again, because I think if we do it, if I'm trying to figure it out now, I don't know which island. It's the top right one. And then when you come down in, so in the ladder in the top right corner of this map, go down the path, use the first downward ladder, do not go left down the ledge. Okay, so Joe, good morning. How are we today? Hope you're having a good start to your week and had a nice weekend as well. So I need to go straight down, hug the right, because it's the top right one that we need to go into. Or maybe we didn't go in the first. I don't think we came down here. So this is the one that we need to. This is the one. This is not going to help because this is literally just going to take us over to the other side of the whirlpool. The most pointless whirlpool ever. Better Crest, how are you doing? Remember getting any one of those creation trio at level 1 Hot Gold Soul Silver Sinja Ruins. They can be shiny, but that needs that mystery Arceus that triggers it. Is that right? So you need that Arceus to trigger it. Was this actually the route that we came? Maybe it was. Scuba, first time catching you live. I wanted to say thank you for the content. It's a vibe watching you on while shiny hunt alongside your videos. Good luck with the Lugia. Thank you so much, mate. And thanks for coming by this stream today. What are you currently hunting at the moment? Good luck with whatever it is, but I hope you have a lot of luck. And maybe we can both get lucky today with our hunts. I'm really praying that the Lugia comes in early today. It would be nice if it does. Mighty, are you excited for the new Mario Kart coming out? Right, so I'm in here. We need to use Flash in this cave. And then it says, up until you reach the ladder, go down. I don't know if this is the right cave, to be honest. It says go up until you reach a ladder. Okay, so this must be the right way. Now you're on the ladder in the top right corner of the map. Go down the path and use the first downward ladder you see. Do not go left down the ledge. Okay. So the first ladder that we see, do not go left down the ledge. Okay. You are now at the top of this map. Go all the way down the slope. The bottommost cave entrance leads you to the cave where Lugia dwells. If you have the silver wing, if you don't have the silver wing, you turn right back. So we are here. Okay, so that's great. So there's person. Yeah, we're in the right place. We're good. We're all good. We're all good. Yeah, this chap will ask us about the silver wing. And if we don't have it, then we can't proceed. There we go. Okay, all good, all good. You have it, please go ahead. Right. It'd be nice to be able to get those items, but I feel like it's a different part of the cavern system. And if we are throwing Premier Balls, we'll put Ampharos to the front of the party. And I think we go down, all the way down to the entrance. Right the way down here, and I think this is the one that gives us the Lugia. Danielle, thank you so much for the subscribe, and if you joined the stream, I hope you enjoy it with us today. We will be starting our shiny Lugia hunt in a moment. Here we go. Has to be under odds. I hope so. Hopefully it is. When the dance we practice many days becomes one with the sound of the tidal bell we entrust with you, then Lugia shall come from deep within the waterfall basin once again. I hope it's under odds. I'm hoping I didn't have to save before I started this little cutscene. Do you have a sleep move? Darius, I don't know. I've got the Master Ball though, so we've got that from Elm, so I think I'm just going to Master Ball it. Just to make it easier and give us less stress. How'd you end up with 2 starters? We started on 2 consoles, resetting on Hot Gold and a copy of Soul Silver, which we're playing on now. And then we got Chikorita first. And then we were going to go for all 3. So we got Cyndaquil, traded it over. But I didn't feel super confident about going for the Tidal because the chances of kind of getting that shiny repeat at that point were pretty high. So I was like, no, we'll just continue playing. So that's how we got it. This cutscene is awesome, isn't it? It's such a cool cutscene. James, thank you, mate. Lugia looks so good. So good. It's very cool. Well, here we go. Yeah, Mark, I would have loved to have taught like the full start a trio on the team, but like it's so risky, like continuing the hunt after getting 2 of them. When we had the playthrough to do, if it was just for the shiny starters, I would have definitely continued doing it. That is indeed Lugia, the guardian of these islands from ancient times. So many have tried again and again only to fail. Osirus, you have your heart in complete harmony with the Tidal Bell has finally allowed it to appear. Don't you see? Lugia, it must have been waiting for someone like you all this time, wouldn't you agree? Maybe. Right, now, do I have to surf? I'm just going to drop a save now, just in case I don't, in case I can initiate it right here. James, thank you so much. The Doxies, I can't believe. I know it's a couple of weeks now since we got it, but it still feels amazing that we've managed to get it. Oh, I can save here. The save time on these games takes so long. Tyler, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Lugia, stretching, you've woken me up. What do you want? Lugia's like, we just want the shiny of you, Lugia. We don't need to save again. Okay, so we need to save, so we can probably save in front of it. I've just been cautious because I wasn't really too sure on... Right, okay, so now we can drop the save. This is the safe save point. And then we can just reset after this. Get the first encounter going. Better Chris, I really pray. Could you imagine? I joked about it. Imagine if it was the first encounter. Imagine. Could you imagine? Number 1. That would be wild. There's encounter number 1. It's not shiny. Is that the counter? No. Yes, it is. That's the right counter. Looks so good though. Level 45. It looks amazing. Right, let's get going with it. Let's start. Anyone else shiny hunting right now? Drop your hunts that you're currently doing in chat if you've got any going on. And good luck with them all as well, of course. If you're joining us when we're going for this Lugia, I hope we can get it. The resets are nice and quick in this game. I do like resetting in these older games. This is very quick to do. Just need to not be trigger happy when the Lugia comes in and just be a little bit sure that it's not shiny. Not doing too good. One of my family members passed away late. Oh, Tyler, mate, I'm so sorry to hear that, mate. My thoughts are with you and your family, and I really hope, you know, over this, like, it's gonna be a tough time, mate. I hope you just stay together, support each other, and know that we're thinking of you, mate. And I'm so sorry. It's that is very sad news. Hunting Entei at the moment, Joe. Good luck with that. What game are you in, Joe? Hunting that one at Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. How about Ho-Oh post game once this hunt concludes? We should do it. We should do it, shouldn't we? I have promised I would do the Extreme Spirit Dratini. I think that'll be a cool one before we go into a Kanto. Because I think the thing is, it would be so easy for us to say, we've got our team of 6. Let's just go and like wipe through Kanto, and just it would be kind of like one of those where, yeah, we can do it and just wash through it, and there would be no more shiny hunts in this whole challenge. But I feel like we should try and get ourselves maybe a new team of 6 to go into Kanto with. You know, it sounds a bit crazy, but I think like if we can do 6 more shiny hunts, I feel like it really makes this... I mean, you don't have to do 6, but it would be kind of nice to do some more shiny hunts to go into Kanto before we face Red and finish it up, you know? And then have like an ultimate dream team by the end of it. And it's not a dream team quest by any stretch of the imagination, but you know, it's very similar in a lot of ways. Blue Lugia, we do not want. We want the pinky. Not as exciting as all of you looking for shiny legendaries, but I'm hunting Snorlax in the moment. Ah, that's very cool, Polly. Good luck with that one. The Pafa system. Luigi. Currently searching for Misty Mark Minfu in Kitakami. Mark, good luck with that hunt, mate. That's a really nice one. Misty Mark as well. Very rare. Ultra Moon Joe. Nice. Was hunting Starly. Almost went blind in Scarlet Violet. It's not the easiest to spot. It's so subtle, that color difference, isn't it? I need to jump in and do those events myself, actually. I've got them in game, but I haven't had a chance to do the outbreaks yet. And I do want to do... Well, I want to do all of them, really. Fruggle, how are we doing? I hope you're well. Good luck with the Lugia. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I really hope it shines. It'd be so nice to get it shined today, but it might. This one might be a long hunt, you know. But I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it. The thing is, the resets, I feel like the resets are so much quicker than even the deoxys that we were doing, you know. So I think we can get them stacked up. Got a terrible story as well to give you an update on a video I'm working on. So as you may or not know, I've been mentioning it. I've been hunting for Aerodactyl in Sword and Shield, and it's been about 5-6 weeks, and it's all my own fault because I thought I'd set up the encounter correctly for the soft resetting. And I was doing a few last night, and I was like, why is this taking so long? I'm like nearly 3 times over odds. This shouldn't be right. This doesn't feel right. I should have had it a long time by now. I was like, I never really checked at the start of the hunt to see if... I just assumed that I'd set it up correctly and that every single reset was different. It was generating a new, different Pokemon. And I dreaded doing this because I thought, if I've been doing this wrong and it's been the same Pokemon spawning in that I've been encountering over and over again, I'm gonna feel sick because I've literally been doing it for the longest time. And then it's delaying the video as well, which is annoying. So I caught it, and it was modest, and I took a snap of like the stats and everything like that. Then I went in and caught it again, and it is exactly the same. And I'm like, oh my god. And I did it a 3rd time just to be sure. I was like, it could have been an off chance, but no, it was... I've been resetting for like over a month on the same Aerodactyl, so it was never going to shine. So I feel like I could kick myself so hard for just being so dumb and not checking in the first place. So I'm so far behind with this hunt. I feel like I would have had it finished by now. All these hunts that I've been doing, and I'm like, you're so dumb, Lee. You're so dumb. And there's nothing I can do to get that time back now. All those resets are just wasted. And I'm like, oh man. Yeah, so always, the lesson is, always check to make sure if you're doing anything in Sword and Shield in particular, check that the spawns you're soft resetting are different from one another, because otherwise you will never get that shiny. I'm just pleased I realized. I guess the only takeaway is I'm pleased I realized when I did, because I could have went into the rest of this week and next and still doing it, and I would have been, yeah, had no luck. But now it's changing. Now I've set it up, so I'm hoping the next few days when I got a bit of spare time to do it, I'll be able to kind of lock it in and maybe get it. But big sad for realizing that last night. That was not fun. Long and show all along for the ride. Yes, Kaylee, I love it. I love it. Only real men, women agreed with my previous comment. This is a joke. What was it? What was it, Mighty? I need to scroll back and see. Olio, got Talonflame line. Nice. 2 cannon line and about 50 minutes each. Wow, that is good going, mate. The 2 cannon shiny as well. It's like such a banger shiny, isn't it? All right, I never did tell you. I finally got around to hunting in Crystal now since I got my shiny Ditto in the daycare. And yes, got a shiny Growlithe and just 13 eggs, Tyler. That's incredible, mate. That is such a good... That is amazing. What's your next target? It's great now that you've got it all set up as well. It's going to be so easy to kind of just farm through the shinies. Have that little like Gen 2 mark as well. Never melt ice. Favorite UK expression. You what? You what? You what, mate? Oh, mate. Makes me feel ill for you. Oh, man. I know. When I saw it last night, I was like, what have I done? What have I done? Why have I been doing this? Power the Lugia is here. Yeah, thank you, mate. I appreciate it. Bring back Poker Camp. Poker Camp. Is that bird event live in Scarlet and Violet? I haven't connected to the internet in a while. I think it ended last night. Unfortunately, if you hadn't already got it in your game, I think it only ran for the weekend, which is, Yeah, so I think if you connect now, you won't be able to get it, which is really sad if you've missed it. And there's no mass outbreak planned so far this week. They've not announced anything this week. But we do have the Milcery event, which is running from Thursday. And that's 5-star terror raids for Milcery. Standard shiny rate, I believe. And then they're going to drop additional rewards for all the different Milcery suites to get Alchemy. So it should be a good event. And I think they'll be easy enough to beat. They'll be really easy to beat. You're not going to need to train anything special for it. And hopefully they drop Herba Mystica as well. I think to give those that did maybe the mass outbreaks and have done a bunch of stuff in the Blueberry Academy already, in the item printer with all the candies, an incentive to go in and do the raids. So hopefully, but it should be a good event, because now you can, even if you don't have the DLCs, the base games of Scotland Valley, you're still going to have access to Milcery, which you didn't have before. You had to trade in just from Pokemon Home if you didn't have the DLCs, which is cool. Corey, I connected to the internet just in time before the flying type mass outbreaks ended. I'm going to catch at least 2 shiny fletchling, Starly, Pika before I reconnect to the internet. Definitely a great idea, and good luck with the shiny hunting. I hope you get some nice marks on there as well. Olio, how are you doing, mate? Understand that shiny charm does not affect gifted Pokemon for Ultra Sun and Moon. Do you think I should restart mine to farm for shiny type Null and shiny Poipole? I mean, they're 2 amazing shinies if you can get them. They're very rare as well, and you've probably got time to do it now, where you could run through the game to the point where we've still got enough time before banking stuff closes, where you'll be able to finish both of those hunts. It will take a bit longer because of the charm not being effective with them, but definitely worth doing. The 2 hunts I would love to do. I just don't know if I'm going to have time to do them before. It depends when bank closes, of course. Like, I'm in my mind being like 3 months down the line, bank's going to be gone. So we might have a bit longer than that with them, you know? Who knows? Hopefully we get some sort of news on that on Pokemon Day. We might do. I was hanging on to Rayquaza for the HM drops. That's not a bad idea, Mark. It's a great one to have. Great event as well, especially if you've got that on your Switch. If you've got another Switch, or you know someone with a Switch locally, you can use that event to farm those Rayquaza raids, get more shiny Rayquaza. Lugia's Pokedex entry states it sleeps in the deep sea trench. If it flaps its wings, it says to cause a 40-day storm, so every time you use fly, you're causing disaster in Johto. It's like, what happened to Johto? Sorry. Was training my Lugia for like half an hour. Under the birds in Scarlet yesterday, got 3 times 3 birdies and 2 Snivy and a Sizer from an Outbreak 2 chill event with all those birds chirping. I love it. Congrats on getting all of them so nice and quick as well for a girl. They're all such nice shinies. I like the event a lot. Sad we don't get one this week, but then we've only got 2 weeks really to Pokemon Day, so hopefully we've got some exciting events on the horizon. Do you know if you can reset for Regigigas and Sword and Shield? Yes, you can, Darius. Yeah, pretty sure you can. It's in the den, right? So I think you would enter the den. If it's not shiny, reset and come back into it, I'm pretty sure. I don't know if you have to date skip though with it to get a different seed. You might need to. I would just do a little bit of research. I've never shiny hunt for that one myself, so I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want you wasting your time just soft resetting on it if it's going to be the same every time you come into it. Maybe, I'm thinking with how the dens work in Sword and Shield, I think you'd have to maybe date skip to change the seed in the den, because the Pokemon's never going to change, right? Rich started back at the gym on Saturday and went again this morning. My entire body is officially in pain. Mate, that's great news though. Awesome to hear, man. I know the pain. I did on Thursday, I was like, oh, because I've had my bad ankle. I was like, I don't know if I can do like weighted squats, but I was like, I should be able to, because I can bear weight fine on my ankle. But weighted squat, I'm not flexing it, so it should be okay. So I tried it, and oh man, I haven't done anything like that in such a long time. And today's the first day where they're not sore. I was like, I could barely walk on Saturday. I like it because it, like, you know, you've done something. But the pain, mate, just moving around is painful. And Tyler, next target is Marl. I think I'm at 44 eggs so far. Nice, mate. Hopefully that is due to drop soon. Good luck with it though, mate. I hope you do find it very soon. It's a cool one to go for. MMQ fan, thank you so much, mate. I hope it drops too. Appreciate the good luck though. No news, best news. Yeah, would you like to see all that game remakes for the Switch 2? Which would you most like to see a remake of? Ooh, that's a cracking question. Should I like to see a remake of? I mean, I would personally, I'd love to see Johto, like these games. I know we just played them, but I'd love to see these games in like a 3D. I don't know which one I would like to see most though. I think I would say Gen 2, you know, so even in a chibi BDSP style, I think you could probably do some quite cool stuff. But I mean, a full 3D Scarlet and Violet art style Johto game would just be incredible. I think that would probably be like top of my wish list. I wouldn't be too opposed to Black and White. I think Black and White would be a good one as well, but that'd probably be my top one, Johto. I think just with, and if they kept a lot of the really cool features from Heart Gold till Silver and then just built on them and made it even better, you know, that would be cool. Would you like to see older game remake for the Switch 2? Yeah, I think I'd love to see like a full back catalog of remake, and maybe that's why we're not getting them ported to the Switch, you know, because they're like, well, some down the line we are going to plan on doing remakes, especially when you look at like how well BDSP still sold, even though it got such kind of bad press, you know. How do you avoid rolling the same mon? In Sword and Shield, I think you've got to encounter the Pokemon, like where it spawns in its area, run away from it, go to a den, drop a wishing piece, do the date skip, come back to where the Pokemon spawns, drop a save, close the game down, then put your day back to the day that it was when you started the first encounter, so before you did any date skip, and then load the game up, and then the Pokemon should spawn in where you saved. So you save where the Pokemon spawn was after you've done the den stuff, and then you can encounter the Pokemon if it's not shiny. I mean, you can catch it at that stage, or just like to check its stats, reset, catch it again, make sure that they are different. But that should be the process of doing it in Sword and Shield, so you've always got a different spawn every time that you come into it. I completely set mine up so wrong. If they did remade Platinum instead of BDSP, maybe it negatively wouldn't be so bad. Maybe. I still think it would have probably, yeah, well, maybe. I think you're probably right, Ollie. I probably wouldn't have got as much stick. So Denchik, Graveler did Golem. We lost it on Friday's stream, which is very sad. I vowed we're not losing any more members. We've now got all 8 gym badges though, so we're ready to get Lugia and then go to the Elite Four, which is going to be really cool. Let's go Johto. Have Shiny Celebi as a full Dex reward. That would be very cool, wouldn't it? I mean, I would love to see another Let's Go game. I really enjoyed Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, so I would not be opposed to have a Let's Go Johto game for the Switch 2. I mean, it would be kind of cool, but I don't know. Are we going to see that? I think we need Black and White 3 that incorporates all the new Pokemon since Gen 5. Not like all of them, but a good mix of old and new. That would be kind of, I would be down for that. I mean, I would love to see the continuation of the Black and White story as well, and a bit more discovery of the, you know, the original dragon as well, that whole lore around that. But I wonder if they're just gonna, rather than do Black and White 3, they're just gonna do a Unova Legends game to explain it. That seems like more along the right lines. But then maybe if they do that, maybe they do a remake of Black and White, like they did with BDSP to Legends Arceus. Maybe something like that. I don't know. It'd be very cool though. Riley, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Any news, Riley, on the Goose Hunt? Give us an update. I hope you're well though, mate, and had a nice weekend regardless. If the older gens do get released for the Switch, I wonder if they're better released as single purchases or bundle, and it's just, I reckon Nintendo would probably want them under the subscription umbrella, because it'll definitely entice people to get the higher tier subscription. But I think if you're Pokemon, you want to do them as like a single purchase, like they did on the eShop for the 3DS. You know, I think it's like it's better that way. I think it's better that way as well, because then we can play them and not need to rely on like an online signal to be able to boot them up, you know. So yeah, and then you don't need to worry about save states and things like that, because with the NSO games, like you can have save states, and I think that would cause all sorts of issues with Pokemon games where you'd be able to do some mad stuff with the games, like duplicate things so easily. Like a save state before a legendary, you could catch it, boot your save state up, and then encounter the legendary again. Like you could trade it away. I don't know, there's probably ways in which you could like really exploit that, I think. Would love a remake of Hot Gold Soul Silver. Yeah, I mean, I'm totally with you, Kaylee. And I think it would give it an opportunity to people that have never played these games, like the opportunity, because they're so expensive, right? They're so hard to pick up. Hope the Let's Go games were a one-off. I'm not a fan of them at all. I get that, heavy-minded. Like, I remember when they first dropped, I was disappointed that that was the game that dropped when it was like the first Switch game. I was like, okay. I was like, I've played Gen 1 so many times. It's like, but I don't know. I just think they're beautiful looking games. And when I jumped into them, they're just different, right? I think you just got to take them, like, look at them a little bit differently rather than a mainline series title. It's just another way to enjoy the franchise and just a different style and stuff like that. And I think they've got some really quirky things as well to them. So yeah, I don't mind them, but I totally respect it. They're not your jam. N was my favorite character in Black and White. Love how he's known for talking fast. I love N. N's brilliant. And I didn't realize till years later as well, the whole thing with N is like, because N doesn't like agree with Pokemon being kept, especially in Pokeballs. But I never realized that, you know, when you're battling N never throws a Pokeball out, and his Pokemon never come out of Pokeballs during any battle with him in the games, any interaction, which is very cool. His Pokemon just appear, which is very cool. So those little details are really cool. I do like. Mark, shiny Minfu. A shiny Minfu. Congratulations. I hope it's got that mark. Let us know if it has. Still no Goose Riley. This week means 1 year of the grind start, mate. It has to be this week. That's crazy. That is mad. What are the resets up to now? And what phase are we on? I didn't think about save state exploits. Yeah, I think that's maybe one of the things that, like, I guess if Nintendo are like, no, we're putting these games on there, Game Freak could be like, no, you need to sort out the save state options on your service. Like, that is going to cause so many problems. And I guess that'd be an easy thing for them to turn around and say, like, no, we're not going to have our games put onto this platform. But yeah, I'd be so hyped for Let's Go Johto, Luke. I would like it because it's just a cozy game, isn't it? It's nice. It's not going to be anything like too serious. It's very casual. It's going to be cool. It's going to just be just a fun time jumping in and going it. Quite like Let's Go. I enjoyed it with my daughter, who was quite young at the time, so it feels special for me for that reason. I love that. Yeah. And this is it's a nice entry level game as well, isn't it? It's not like super difficult. Like, I feel like it's one of those that anyone can kind of pick up and get the hang of and get into the sort of Pokemon franchise that way. There's not anything like too complicated, and it's just a nice game. Yeah, I like it, but I get that people don't like it as well. But I still think it's probably the best looking game on the Switch, in my opinion. But I think it's such a nice looking game. Corey, never noticed that while playing Black and White. Looks like I'll have to replay it. There's the excuse. Yeah, it was mad. It was years. I never noticed when I originally played through it at all that was the detail. But yeah, a friend told me about it, and then when I went back in and played it, I was like, wow, yeah, you can see, like, anytime he just sends these Pokemon out, where you throw your Pokemon out in a Pokeball, and all the other trainers throw their Pokemon out in a Pokeball, but not N. It's got all the style points. Ever since I was little, I've always preferred the Swan over the Phoenix. That and the version exclusives were why I picked Silver. Yeah, I do love Shiny Ho-Oh. It is It's very cool, but I probably always preferred Lugia, I think. Ho-Oh's got maybe a better shiny overall. I do love shiny Ho-Oh, but I do prefer Lugia as a Pokemon. I think that's like everything though, Mighty, right? I think like no matter what is released, it's never going to be like perfect for everyone. Let's Go Johto would be beautiful. Soundtrack is my favorite, but which Pokemon do you think we could ride in Johto? Which one would we ride? Heracross would be pretty cool. And like my instant thought is like Tyranitar, climbing on the back of a Tyranitar, but I don't know if you'd be able to, because I feel like that'd be a post-game feature. Heracross would be very cool though. Ride around on a Heracross. I guess it would be good for like if you got like rock climb, but you don't get. I don't think you get rock climb until post game, right? I think you need to do all the Kanto leaders to get rock climb. So maybe you wouldn't get access to the Heracross. Be cool if you could. You're not going to be able to ride your starter, are they? Until they fully evolve. How cool would it be though, riding around on a Meganium though? That'd be wild. I love the idea of it though. Yesterday was community day for Shelmet and Carablast. Did you catch some shinies? I didn't, Ollie. I didn't get a chance to. I saw loads of people had a lot of success though, getting those nice shinies online. How about yourself, mate? Did you manage to pick a couple up? Oh yeah, of course, there's that as well. Better Crest ends Pokemon at all 30 IVs across the board. Which is mad, isn't it? Yeah. Such a weird, like a strange feature to include. Then there's the Lugia movie too. Pokemon 2000. Yes, that movie. I love that movie as well. Surfing on Mantine. Surfing around on the red Gyarados. Look, I got 9 in total while I was out with my son. 7 Carablast, 2 Shelmet. Nice, mate. Great haul. That's awesome to hear. Such nice shinies as well. I think good in competitive playing Pokemon Go. Steelix Octillery. Imagine riding around on an Octillery. Caught 2 shiny Carablast and evolved 1. Caught 3 Shelmet and evolved 1. Nice haul, Olio. That's awesome to hear, mate. Have they got a special community day planned for like Pokemon Day in Go? I haven't heard any announcements or seen anything. I'm sure they may have announced it or have it planned already, but I haven't heard. So Denchik, I do play TCG Pocket. Getting a bit. I've had no luck with any pulls recently though. Like all my pulls have been terrible. Fortunately, they aren't getting great in Pogo. Scavalier is okay in some limited cups. Fair. Shiny Jack, shiny hair. I got no hair. I've shaved all my hair off, Jack. It's gone. How are you doing though? I hope you're good. I always remember that I got my shiny Kentucky while I was watching one of your streams. Oh yes, I remember. Yeah, I remember the shiny Ho-Oh. Squealed like a little girl when I got it. Less than 200 resets in. That's wild as well. So little resets. That's a nice moment though. The notifications scare me in the middle of the night like 2 times already. I know, mate. It's right. Like my phone will be randomly sitting on my iPad, more so, and it'll be like do do do. And you'll be like, what was that? And I feel like I've been spooked by it too many times to be like, I know what it is now. But I know what you mean. But my polls recently have been terrible, absolutely trash. Can we get the Lugia before 200 resets? That would be amazing if we can. I wonder how long this cannot go on. As long I've said it, I'm going to touch wood. This cannot go on as long as the Deoxys hunt. Wow, Mark, you got a shiny Galarian Moltres. That's wild. I hope you had a spare Master Ball. to just use on it. That's amazing. Congrats. Prefer the Lugia movie over the first Pokemon movie. Only went so I could get the Ancient Mew card. Oh, that card is a banger card, isn't it? I've been trying to get Infinite EX and TCG Pocket. Yeah, no, true cost. It's a really strong card, Andy. I don't think I've got it yet either. I think there's a few of the EX. Galade I haven't got. I think Infernape I haven't got. Or have I got Infernape? But it's always like you get one, but you need two of them for the deck to use. Yeah, I'm like it with Palkia. I've got one Palkia. I've pulled no Dialga, and I need another. Well, I need them for the deck. It's like, yeah, it's frustrating. Just got a shiny Munchlax. Polly, congrats. Nice. Can't believe you just cursed it like that. I know, Riley. Yeah. I feel like I touched wood though, so I've like pre-uncursed it. That makes sense. It doesn't make any sense. In my head it does. Don't foreshadow. We've locked ourselves in now, haven't we? Okay, done with the gym. Moving slow after a busy weekend, but it did as much as it could, so that's the matters. Hope the hunt is quick. Thank you so much, James, and good job on the workout this morning, mate, especially when you're feeling like not at the races with it. Just to get it done, like you say, the consistency, getting it done, that's all that matters. Is this playable for PC or iOS using an emulator? I don't know. Maybe it is. You'd have to Google it, check it out. I don't know though. Mighty, a remake of Epic Myth. Mickey wasn't likely, but we got it. Mickey rebrushed. Did you play it? Rich, nice. Would love a shiny Galarian Moltres with the shiny Galarian birds. They can run, so don't have to Master Ball them. Sometimes it does come to that. So you don't have to. I feel like I would waste any Master. I think I got 2 Master Balls now. And I'm saving them just for the birds. It'd be wild to get a shiny Galarian one though. Actually went Ultra. Nice. But they don't run, so I caught it eventually. That's good. That's good. Transferred it to Sun, Shield, and Scarlet and Violet straight away. That is awesome. Oh, you asked earlier. I'm up to phase 12. 87,542 total encounters. That's good that they can't run, because I've encountered them a bunch in the past. This is like a couple of years ago, and yeah, they always ran straight away. Like maybe throw one ball and then it gone. So that's why I was in my mind. I was like, Master Ball definitely. If they can't run now, they can keep those Master Balls for something a little bit more special. Yeah, take it easy, James, mate. Don't overdo it, my friend. But like I say, the consistency, man. You are king of consistency. Like I always say, you set the example for the rest of us, mate. Makes me feel like I think. I'm like, okay, I could easily just skip today, just get on with some work that I'm doing. And I'm like, nah, James wouldn't do that. He's done his at the start of the day. I leave mine till later on in the day. So it's always good motivation, mate. You are. Resets aren't terrible on this. I do feel like they are slightly quicker than the Deoxys, so but it's still going to take a while to get to odds. I hope it doesn't come to that though. I love that. Yeah, use Arena Trap or Shadow Tag, just lock them in. Mean luck. I wonder if Gol ever have any like features like that where they'll kind of implement things similar to the main series titles. Mean luck, so you can never lose an encounter. Appreciate that, man. I still have a lot of areas I want to improve on, namely diet right now. Diet's the hardest thing, I think. Once you've locked down the diet, I think the rest of the stuff just falls into place. Too many. It's so hard though, right? you're like bombarded like on a daily basis by all the wrong stuff to eat, and like it's all designed to make you want to crave it and want it over anything else, and it's so convenient. It's like the battle is every single day with like the food conglomerates like pushing all the bad stuff onto us, and making the right decision every single day is very difficult when it comes to diet. I don't think you need to be like super strict, but it's definitely important to have some perseverance with it, you know. That luck got a bit payback, even out with enough shiny hunts. I'm hoping the Lugia balances off against the Deoxys. That's what I'm hoping. Get the Deoxys, the Lugia early. They have raw time and spatial rend as in the game abilities, so why not? I think that makes sense. Mighty, Epic Mickey 1 and 2 are some of my favorite games of all time. Hope to get Epic Mickey 3 with the success of the remake and the release of the comic collection mid-June. By the way, 2 ended on a cliffhanger. That'd be nice, mate, for you if they did release the third one, especially if it was like a Switch 2 title as well in the summer. I'm curious to when the Switch 2 will be released. There's a lot of talk, you know. April, will it be like June, July time? I know there's been a lot of like rumory dates pushed around and stuff like that, but we don't have long to it. We'll find out, I guess. We started a shiny live next. Not officially, but kind of in a way where I do enough shiny hunts where it's slowly coming together. I do, Scuba, want to go into Scarlet and Violet and complete the shiny decks in Scarlet and Violet. So I think once I've done that, I think that's probably a good basis to kind of set up and finish and kind of go back to the older ones that I would need to do and finish those off, you know. But my Pokemon home is so chaotic. It needs so much sorting out. It's going to take me a long time to do, and I kind of keep putting it off just because it's, you know, I'm like, I could just be doing other things that would be a lot more enjoyable than going in and rearranging and sorting out and making it look neat and tidy. I'm kind of dreading going in to do it. Polly, I find the diet is the most important for either gaining or losing weight, but exercise is the thing that makes you feel better. 100% agree with you, Polly. Yeah. Like diet is crazy. Like you can work out as much as you want and you feel great for it, but if your diet's really bad, you're not gonna like have any of the gains that you would maybe expect with that sort of like exercise and working out and stuff. You've got to get your diet right. It's so important. Switch 2 would be so convenient with like the trade Eevees. Yeah, for sure. Make things so much easier for those that just need to get those things done. April would be a great gift. Yeah, the end of April, Kaylee, you could imagine. Something interesting to note is that Escavalier is still the only bug type Pokemon to have ever won Worlds so far. Piloted by none other than Rare Rizza back in 2011. Yeah, that's so true. It's crazy to think that there's not been another bug type. Could we count Luca's Iron Hands because it was Bug Terror? I think that's a bit of a stretch. Yeah, Rare's team in 2011 was interesting with the Gothitelle, Conkeldurr. Yeah, it was good. It's weird he ran it like a speedier Gothitelle as well, with Taunt to outspeed Amoonguss. It's exactly what I was looking at for Nationals earlier in the year. But I got talked out of it. I was told it was a dumb idea, but I was like, I don't know, is it a dumb idea? I feel like it's a good idea. Never went with it. So if you've got an idea in a team, you should just run with it. It's a dreaming. How are you doing? Wow, already at the probably last hunt for this Nuzlocke, at least in Johto. I think we'll go and do some other hunts. I mean, we still got the Eevee as well, so I'm going to do the Dratini hunt for sure. I said about that. We'll do Dratini, the Extreme Speed Dragonite, if we can get it, if we answered the questions right. We'll do that one. If not, we'll do the Game Corner one. And then We've got Eevee to do. We got Ho-Oh potentially to do. And there's some other ones that we could always mix in. So if you've got suggestions or hunts that you think would be fun to do in the rest of the playthrough, because we got another 8 badges to go and get before we take on Red and Mount Silver. So got a little way to go with it. But yeah, for the Johto part of this arc, we are on our last hunt for this one. The fact that there is not a smart sorting system in home is nuts. Riley, I think this all the time. I wish there was just a filter by dex number. If there was, it would make it, I would have like no trouble sorting it all out. But everything's so all over the place. Funny how the direct is on the 2nd of April. Do you, did you do all of the Dynamax Adventure shinies? I haven't done all of them yet. I've still got a few to go back in and do. Zygarde's definitely one that I would like to go on and do in the near future. Lost 2k last week just from being mindful on what I was eating. Wow. I'd like to shift another 16 kg over the next 5 months for the wedding party we've planned. Mate, you can easily do it and not like progress. That's crazy. But it is like, I think like, you know, I think if you've got a good fasting window on a night, I don't think you need to fast, but if you've got enough, you know, your last meal is consciously like a good like 4 to 5 hours before you go to bed, and you have a good amount of time, you know, fasting, and your eating window is not crazy big. It makes such a difference when you combine that with like just better choices of food, whole foods and natural things. Good work, Rich. I believe you can do it, mate. You can do it. Especially it's easier when I think you've got that goal as well, something that you're working towards. Pokemon, how are you doing? I hope you are well. You're 8 hours ahead. 8 hours, mate. You are up early. Appreciate you being here. That's always great to see you in the stream. I hope you had a nice weekend, my friend, and thanks for hopping in. Maybe at the perfect time. Maybe Lugia is going to show up any second now. Yes, Mark, I have. Came up with some really fun strats for Sudden Shield. Got me into competitive. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, they come up with some really very fun strats for sure. I haven't watched any of their stuff for a long time though, but yeah, great content creator. Truly a tragic story for all Epic Mickey fans, including me. Epic Mickey was canned because Disney closed Junction Point Studios. That is very sad, mate. So does that mean you're gonna have no chance of getting a 3rd edition to it? Draconified, how are we doing today? I hope you're well, mate. Great to see you. And Riley, I'm about as far East Coast Canada as you get, so you're only 4 hours ahead of me. 8:13 here. It's crazy. Like there's not that much time difference. That's wild. So far away, but yeah, not much in time. Well, when Ellie come up to 100 encounters, the dream of getting shiny Lugia in under 100 encounters, I mean, that would be wild. We still got a few resets to go, so we might be able to do it. Codified, I'm at 3,850 soft resets, still no luck yet. It's got to be, it's got to show up soon, mate. I believe. Got to keep us up to date. Will you be doing any resets now during the stream? The den shake. Crazy how your day is almost over, mate. It's wild. Yeah, hope you've had a good Monday though. Rich, I'm just tracking what I'm eating and throwing exercise back into the mix. Should all be good. Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect recipe for it, isn't it? Success is on its way, mate, for sure. Very well. 2k 2kg a week isn't viable or sustainable. 1k a week is doable. Yeah, for sure. Still a lot though, isn't it? We're dropping that much every week, but it's definitely doable. 5:13, Corey. So early. So early, you guys. Early risers. Riley, my fastest 8,192 phase was 552 encounters. And that was right after the big dry one too. Wow. That is quick. I think I feel like I'm gonna have a hard time beating the Geodude when we got Nugget in this run as well. You know, 128, I think it was. I think I'm probably never gonna get a quicker shiny than that. At full odds anyway. Always fun to be here, and I used to try and guess people's shinies for the longest time. What number do you reckon we're gonna hit? Land the Lugia on. Be kind. I wish I had that much stamina to work out. I think Sedengic, you build it up over time. I think like a big part of it's the consistency thing, and then just like pushing, you know, pushing the limits of what you can do, and just trying to improve on that. It is tough though. It's not easy. If it was easy, everyone would be in like peak shape, you know. It's really hard, and things get in the way, like work. You can get injuries as well, which don't help. And then tiredness. I feel like tiredness and not sleeping right, and like not getting enough sleep doesn't help. I always find like if I'm tired, I'll just want to eat the worst food, and then my care for it being good for me or not goes out the window. I will just be like, nah, it's fine. And then full of regret the next day when I've actually got energy again, I'm like, oh, why did I do it? It's a bad cycle. But what number are we on right now? We are on this one coming up will be encounter number 100 for Lugia. When I first started back in the gym a couple of years ago, I had no stamina. I could barely run for 10 minutes. Now I run 4K in 20 minutes every weekday. Just to be patient with yourself. That's some great advice from Riley. So true though. It's just like consistency. It's full odds hunt. Centric. Oh, wow. Just rehabilitating slowly, walking more bit by bit. Mate, you just take it easy, and it is going to be small steps, but that's incredibly inspiring to hear that. And I hope the recovery keeps going in the right direction, my friend. I really do. But I mean, just having the willpower to kind of keep like wanting to go bit by bit, I think, in like doing it is like very, very inspiring, mate. Codified, you're getting close to 4,000 resets. Yeah, I mean, it's got to drop. Technically, it's got to drop soon, right? I don't think we want to be getting to that. So on the next 96, it's gonna drop. I've been off the boil for over a year now, but I don't like how I look right now, so I needed to change. For me, Mrs. might be the role model for the kids too. I always think that, Rich, and I'm like, I've not been happy the last 2 years, so I'm like, I feel now I'm doing the resistance training. I feel like really like motivated, where I've not felt that motivated for a while. So hoping, and I just keep thinking, telling myself, just be consistent with it. It doesn't matter if you're seeing like big changes straight away, because I don't think it's going to be. I just think I just need to be consistent and just have better food choices. Yeah, Polly. And then just grabbing like any packeted convenience food, which is always the worst kind. It's just the craving all the time. I'm exactly like that. It's always a struggle, but even a single step in progress, right? Exactly, that's it, you know. And I think you just got to take the little wins as well, you know, and be proud of the little wins, because then they'll accumulate to like the big ones. Easy. Shiny starters, Lati twins. Pokemon, your guess is 2,225. Okay, I mean, I would take that. I think that's like very reasonable considering the odds that we're going to be going for Lugia. Would you use Pokemon Fitness app? It would track your activity for the day and compare you to I mean, that would be amazing, right? I mean, they've done everything else. They've got sleep, they've got, you know, didn't they have one for kids which was like for teeth, like brushing your teeth? I've never seen the app, but I know I'm sure there was something. So like a fitness one would be so good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I'm surprised we haven't got one yet. Maybe that's the announcement on Pokemon Day. PokeFit. A new app for your smart device. Yeah, that's the hardest bit, said Enjik. It's like always the go-to. It's like, yeah, just crave. I'm terrible for like craving chocolate. And I don't have like I don't have I know a lot of people can only eat so much chocolate as well, and they'll get like, wow, that's too much. Like I feel sick, but I just don't have that. There's a part of my brain, it's like, doesn't have that. It's just like, I can just keep going with it, which is really dangerous, bad. And James, I guess that you'll get to 4,444 since it's Gen 4. I mean, I'd still take it because we're like about halfway, right? So Denjik, I guess, my guess is 128. I like that guess a lot. I hope you're right. That is the guess I want. Deadly Tiger, how are you doing this morning? And Luke, yeah, Pokemon Smile, it is. I've never used it. I've seen it. I don't know if it never really seemed to get much publicity. Not like Pokemon Sleep, you know, it's not being pushed as hard as Pokemon Sleep. Because I feel like with Pokemon Smile, they would release like a special Pokemon smart toothbrush that would connect up to your device. Yeah, James, it's best being realistic because anything under that is going to be a huge bonus. But anything over that, then it's like, we go through the phases again, right? The many phases. How many phases of shiny hunting? Are we gonna experience them all with the Lugia? When I first came into Pokemon Live, I said, what up, good luck to HD. And he found a shiny, and another little guy named Polly's. I wished him luck, and he found a shiny immediately. Well, Pokemon, we want that luck. We will take it, we will reap it. And hopefully the same thing happens here. If we can beat the Geodude though, that would be amazing. And then we could do the Elite Four today. Well, could we do? Yeah, we're pretty much there for the level cap for the Elite Four, so we could probably go in. We might need to tweak a few of the move sets on things, but I think all in all, we're pretty good. Would be pretty good to just jump in, maybe finish the Johto section of this game today, which would be amazing. But I'm getting way too far ahead of ourselves. I think we might have a long hunt on our hands. Had to do a test captures the other day for my shiny roamers to double check that they were changing. Thankfully they are, but I understand the paranoia phase of shiny hunting all too well. Oh, I know, mate. It's good that you did that test though. It gives you peace of mind, like, you know, you won't just wasting your time. That would be the worst thing. So you know now. I used to use Smile daily with my son. I completed the decks, but then lost everything when I moved phones, so just gave up on it. I'd have to pick it back up again. Was it worth doing? It sounds like a pretty fun app to do, especially with the kids and stuff. Johnny, how are you doing this morning, mate? Already hunting the Lugia. Yeah, we're getting started in it, mate. We've got all our gym badges. Got this one, and then we can Elite Four it. So this is the final one of our Johto saga. But I hope you're doing good, mate. Had a nice weekend and all. Can you explain what phases are in shiny hunting? I always see people on Reddit talking about phases. I don't know what they mean. So Darius, a phase is basically if you're in an area, say you're on, like, just hypothetically, Route 15, and you've got a lot of Pokemon that spawn in that route, but you've got a specific target, which says like Riley Zangoose. So your target is Zangoose, and you're encountering, but you can't guarantee that your encounter is always going to be Zangoose. And in your first phase, you haven't got a shiny yet. You come across maybe shiny Rufflet, so that would be your first phase because you've got a shiny from that first. So you would technically catch the shiny Rufflet, but you'd still be in that area hunting. So it would be like a second phase that you would start in that area for the Zangoose. And then if you get another shiny that isn't your target, then you move on to phase 3, phase 4, phase 5. I hope that makes sense. I might not be explaining it super well, but yeah. I was the same, you know. I didn't understand what phases. I was like, what's everyone mean? What are these phases? But that's basically what the phase means, just until you get a shiny, basically. And then if it's not the one you were looking for, then yeah, you move on to the next phase, but stay in the same area, if that makes sense. I have a milestone birthday later this month. I'm going to make the next phase of my life the one where I prioritize my health, always putting others first, and feel it's time to put myself first. Great attitude. I think that's a really good decision, Polly. And yeah, concentrate on your health, because I think everything after that like falls into place, right? You got to take care of yourself as well. It's the most important thing, you know. Don't neglect yourself. I like that though. But yeah, later this month, exciting. I hope you got some nice plans for your birthday. Yeah, it was lots of fun. You can take funny photos and it promotes more rigorous brushing to catch the Pokemon each time. That is cool. I'm surprised they didn't release like a Pokemon. Oh, they might have done it. They probably do in Japan, have like a Pokemon, a compatible Pokemon toothbrush. That'd be kind of cool. I'll have to check it out. Virtuoso Matt, how are we doing? Hope you're well, mate. Had a nice weekend. Great to see you as always. I saw phases shining counter. Basically, yeah. I mean, you've just summed it up in like a few words where I waffled on for a minute or two about it. So yeah, that is the basics of it. Darius. Johnny, I'm doing good. Managed to organize a surprise party for my girlfriend this Saturday to have a birthday, and it went smoothly as it could have. That sounds awesome, mate. Great to hear it went well. So now I'm not paranoid to get caught after I've been the last 2 weeks sneaking around and planning. No, that's awesome, mate. I'm pleased it went well and you had a nice time. Props though on keeping it like under wrap. My voice is curious sounding. What's curious about it? Is it my accent? Which future Pokemon games are you looking forward to the most? I'm a bit scared of how it will be. A little bit bored of Scarlet and Violet already. Yeah, I mean, I think, I don't know whether it'll just be ZA and then the following year it'll be into Gen 10. I find that hard to see that how the only way it plays out. I think there could be a lot of variables that could potentially come out in between ZA and Gen 10. Like we could see a remake of Black and White. That's like the most obvious thing. But also, are they going to port the older games to the Switch, like a virtual console sort of thing? Like you could also see that happening as well. But yeah, I don't know. I'd be a little bit sad if we don't ever get remakes and they kind of veer off and do something else like the Legend series. I love the Legend series, but I do think there's a lot of value in doing the remakes as well, because it just gives newer players the opportunity to play those older games and kind of get the lore behind those regions as well, when they could have like quite an impact on, you know, future games and stuff. So yeah, I'm really interested to see what gets announced on Pokemon Day. I think that might be a bit telling, but I don't think we're going to get Gen 10 announced till 2026 Pokemon Day. That would be my best guess, but who knows? Like they could throw a huge curveball this Pokemon Day. They could announce, you know, tease right at the end Gen 10. You never know. I don't think it will take up the majority of the news of this Pokemon Day, because I think it would detract from all the hype that's there for ZA, you know. But there might be a little Easter egg at the end. You just never know what Pokemon are going to do. I think you can always look back and be like, oh, well, they did this pattern and they always like announced this at this time, and so on and so on, with examples from the past of how they've released stuff. But I don't think there's really any rhyme or reason to say that's definitely how Pokemon are going to do it this time around, you know. I think they almost rely on us looking back to see how those patterns have transpired in the past for releases and announcements and stuff, and then just do something totally different to throw us off the scent, you know. This is the Geodude reset. Can we get it? No. So this one's going to be longer than that Geodude hunt, which is fine. I was just wondering, does anyone know how many screenshots of videos you can save on your Nintendo Switch OLED? I've tried looking this up on Google, but I can find a definitive answer. Is it 100? pictures, I want to say. I'm not sure. I'm pulling that number off the top of my head, but it might be from my Switch where I know I've had to go back through and delete a lot of screenshots, but I'm not too sure. I've never really looked it up. And I wonder if the videos is like dependent, or maybe it's all dependent on your SD card, because doesn't it get saved to your SD card? So it might depend on the size of your SD card that you've got, Corey, in your Switch. Wadey, good morning. Happy Monday, mate. I'm doing great today, mate. How are you doing? Great to see you as always. Shiny vibes all the way. Pretty wild game for the Toon at the weekend. Great win. Yeah, mate. It was mad. Lots of changes, but I'm pleased we managed to get over the line in the end. Birmingham are brutal. So they're a good team. They're a good team. You got some really good players, so it was a nice win for us. And I think the rest of the results for the FA Cup were pretty good. Like, a lot of the big teams are out, and you think, ooh, we could have a good chance of doing well in this tournament. So and David is here, mate. You must be happy after the results last night. Oh yeah, last night. I'm gonna say last night. Super Bowl champs. How are you doing, mate? How's the celebrating been? I did say at the top of the stream I didn't expect to see you today. Maybe you've been partying too much, celebrating too much, but it's great to see you. Hope you enjoyed it, man. Speaking of accents, I randomly came across some of the UK dialects, and mate, Geordie is absolutely mental. That's basically where I'm from. I don't have a thick Geordie accent at all though. Mine is definitely dulled down, gone really. Couldn't understand half of what they said. It was definitely an experience. Yeah, I get that. You should watch some you should go and search on YouTube Geordie jumpers. I'm stealing this from Alec because Alec put me onto it, and it's funny. I'll check. How are we doing today? Just to let you know, I finally got my deoxys. No way. That is amazing news. That is so great to hear. 19,746 resets. Finally done it. Finally done it. That's both of us down. Deoxy's done. That's great news, mate. Congratulations. Just for sticking at it. I can 100% relate. You went way more than I did on my leaf green copy though, so I'm sorry it went on so much longer, but great to know it's finished and you're all done. What's the next? Are you going to take a little break, or you got another target lined up already? Thank you, Pokémon. I appreciate it, mate. It's a bit of a mix. It is a bit of a mix for sure. Theo, my favorite Pokemon game. I would say these, probably this or Legends Arceus. I'd say Legends Arceus is so different. I really enjoyed it. But I think if I had to give it a definitive, it would be Heart Gold Soul Silver. Waiting some shock results. Give you a great chance going a long way. Yeah. The fact that Liverpool are out, Arsenal are out. I mean, Man United are still in, but I feel like if we get Man United, it's a free win to the next stage of the cup. So it's fine. I think Villa are pretty scary still. City you can't underestimate, but like outside of that, like Villa, City get paired up together, you know it depends. The draw could go any which way, so we'll see. I think the draw's tonight for the 5th round, so fingers crossed we get a good opponent, a nice easy one at home. St James's would be good. Stig, how are we doing? Good morning, mate. How are you doing? Hope you had a good weekend. No work, recovering from bed. Let me know if that Eevee code worked as well. I will do, mate. And again, thank you so much for the efforts there. Yeah, take it easy today, dude. You deserve it. Dean, nobody understands us Geordies. Especially like I never have a problem understanding. What were we watching? Oh, I can't remember what we were watching. There was a Geordie lady on it, and she said something. I like totally understood. Tash was like, what did she say? We had to rewind it. But I was like, I heard that the first time. But yeah, if you know, you know. It's a great accent though. I love it. I absolutely love it. Hope Regilecki is quick now at 1,858. So then chick, I hope you get it very quick, mate. Before that 2,000 mark. That's what we want to see. Can relate, my accent dialect is base for Italians, so everybody loves it and understand us. Skinny, So that's nice, mate. I always think you got a nice accent. It's harder though, I think, from someone that's not like native to your country to notice the dialects as much, unless they're like, I've never really paid as much attention to it as I probably should have. Currently hunting Lugia in Leaf Green and Neville Rock. Nice. And then me and my partner are playing Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, so I can dual hunt Poipole. That's awesome, mate. Good luck with that Lugia hunt. It's a great one on Neville Rock in Leaf Green as well. I hope you manage to get it soon, and also with the Poipole, that shows up very, very early on for you. Were you able to get an Eevee code yet? I have been blessed. Both David and Nevermind Ice have sent me a code, so I haven't managed to claim them yet, but I will go in this afternoon and grab them. If I can only get one, which I think I will, I might put the other one up for someone that can't get one. So if those guys don't mind, of course. I think it might be like 1 code per person, 1 code per save. Poipole is a great shiny, isn't it? Yeah. Come on, Lugia. Wonder how many resets we'll be able to get in today. It'd be nice to get a good chunk. But I think, so not tomorrow, but Wednesday when we stream, I think we will finish off BDSP decks, PLA decks, and also if they do an update for Sword and Shield, we'll do the mystery gift stuff for Sword and Shield on Wednesday and claim those mystery gifts, whatever they are, if we do get them from an update. But it'll be exciting, so it could be a full stream of lots of shiny mythical Pokemon on Wednesday, which would be nice. So yes, if you're joining the stream more recently than at the start and you didn't hear the news, there's going to be a home update on Wednesday. So there might, and also Corey, like, big shout out to Corey for bringing this to my attention, that it is the 5th anniversary of Pokemon Home on Wednesday. So it does make sense if they're going to drop another Dex completion reward, that it is on Wednesday after the update, and it will probably likely be for Sword and Shield, maybe Sword and Shield and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu. So maybe it's a good idea to get the Dexes finished if you've got any spare time between now and Wednesday. So when those updates drop, and if there are rewards for those Dexes, you can just jump in and quickly grab them straight after the event is there. So I think the last updates and the events went live like, I think around 6 a.m. UTC, so very early in the morning when that maintenance finished, and maybe it was around 6 to 7 a.m. UTC was when those events dropped. So convert that into your time zone and you'll know when the events will be live for you to get them. I will be up early on Wednesday just because of it, just to check. Depends if you hear Venetian, Neapolitan, and then someone from Florence. You will hear the difference, but I wouldn't expect you would know which is which. I want to know now. I want, like, at the next event you're there, you need to find people from all these different areas, so I can just, and you just say the same thing, and then can be like, ah, I see. Wow, Pokemon, I'm very privileged, my friend. That makes me feel very special, and it's always great to have you here. The 3 best things that came from the UK: Wallace and Gromit, Big Ben, Mighty. Too kind, mate. Wallace and Gromit though, definitely up there. Did you see the new one that they released over Christmas? It was fun. Speaking of codes, it has been such a long time I had forgotten, but thank you for the world's Steenie. Yeah, you're welcome, mate. I wish I could have got more, and I would have loved to have put more on the community section of the channel. If there's ever situations like that in future, I'll try and get more. I think with how busy Worlds was this year, those codes were extremely difficult to get a hold of, so I wasn't able to get any additional ones this time around. But like I say, in future, if I'm at events casting and they're doing similar things, I will, for those of you that can't attend, I will try and get a bunch of them and then get them posted as soon as possible. I made a huge blunder with the Tatsugiris that I got in Japan. I left it, just like didn't realize there was an expiry date on those events. So I had the codes, but by the time I got home, because we went away not long after getting back from Japan, by the time I got back and got a chance to put them up, they'd expired. So I was like kicking myself for that. So I will make sure in future when I get them, I'll put them straight online. I'm down to just Alga for BDSP decks. Just finished the 4th gym in Sapphire. Nice dig. Getting there, my friend. Getting there. That shouldn't take long at all. I'm 40 months away from PLA decks for the Shiny and Amorous reward in Home Better Crest. That is not going to take long at all, mate. Johnny, yeah, heard in Italians round. I'll offer some sort of reward. Froggle, do you think they'll give a Shiny Mythical for the completion home decks of Pokemon Go? My other game decks are done, so I wonder if they will do. I don't know. We were talking about that last week. It just feels like the one that maybe they don't do a reward for, but at the same time, it almost feels odd that it's in that list and there wouldn't be a reward if they're doing a reward for everything else. For me personally, because I have gotten probably no way to complete the Pokemon Go decks, I hope they don't do a reward for it. I hope it's just like the outlier and they just do completion rewards for the rest of the games, the main series titles, and just leave Go as it is. But you never know. There's a part of me that worries about that, because I think if they do, that might be a reward that I just never end up getting. Speaking of events, participating in my first cup this Saturday. Kind of excited, even if I know I'm getting my ass kicked. You're not going to get your ass kicked though, Johnny, are you? You're going to do well, mate. That is exciting though. Good luck with it. I really hope it goes great, my friend. What are you going to spill on what restricted you're going to run, or do you not know yet? Kind of strange that we aren't getting the Eevee distribution lay. Thoughts? Yeah, it is wild, Dean. And like I said earlier on the stream, I think if we were getting it, it feels like it would have been announced by now because it's in stores, right? And there isn't much time until Pokemon Day, especially to advertise the fact that it's like, it's a thing. It just seems so strange, especially if we don't get it at all. That would just be so weird. I just feel, you know, I understand when like Japan get just Japan exclusive events, but like for the US to get it and for Europe not to get it, it just feels very, very weird. Maybe they drop it. Maybe we get the announcement this week. But yeah, it is very, very strange. Crimson, how are you doing, mate? Here we go again with the shiny hunt. You will distribute the doxies. Yes, I will, mate. I am in the process. It's in Emerald now. I really want to do the ribbon master with it, but I also might just keep one for myself to do that with rather than doing the ones to duplicate, because I think that is going to take far too long for me to do before I get the giveaway done. So I'm in the process of getting that put together, but like I said, it's going to take a little while for me to get them all into Pokemon Home before I do it, but it is in the works. So I will try and get that done as soon as possible. Yeah, I think like game will probably be a prime one in the UK. That's what they normally do for the event Pokemon. But there's not that many game stores now. They're all like closing down, or they're inside other stores like department stores and stuff. That's a good point, James. Some Pokemon haven't been released in Go yet, so I doubt they will do that. That's, yeah, I guess more in line with why that one might just be the outlier dex, and it's just there just for it being there as it is a dex that needs completing at some point. That's what I think as well, yeah, because it's, you know, I think with something like this, like, you have to plan it months and months, if not a year in advance, you know? Pigeon Bug, how are we doing today? Doing good, my friend. How are you as well? I hope we had a nice weekend and having a good start to the week. Zyro, how are we, mate? Weekend was really good. Yeah, thanks so much. How was yours, mate? Good luck with the Lugia hunt. Are there any post-game hunts you're planning in Soul Silver? I think we'll do Ho-Oh for sure. And then we'll go back and we'll do the Extreme Speed Dratini. But we'll do the Elite Four before we do any after this hunt. So this one will be the last one we'll do before the Elite Four. And then I don't know which one to do first. The Dratini for the Extreme Speed or Ho-Oh before. We'll do one before I think we jump into Kanto. I'll bring Lunala Tail Room. Nice, Johnny. It's a great choice. I've been working on this team for a while now, smoothing out the edges and patching some matchups. That's awesome, mate. I like that choice a lot. Testing is going pretty well though. 63% GXE. That's not bad, mate. That is not bad at all. Getting towards that 70% is where you want to be. Very hitting the nail on, but very close to it. That's awesome though, mate. I like Lunala a lot. I do. I see a lot of Japanese players are now shifting across to testing out double restrictors. There's some interesting cores that are coming out from across the way, but of course we've still got a bunch of time in regulation G, so don't want to get too far ahead of myself yet. But no, Lunala, I think Lunala is one of those restrictors that really hasn't had its time in the format yet to kind of shine, and it's so good when played well. So good luck with it, mate. You'll have to let us know how you get on in the cup, but I'm sure you'll do well and just have fun with it as well when you're there. Just wait till someone nice on Discord or YouTube hosts a giveaway for whatever the new shiny legendary giveaway is. Not enough time to complete the dexes and don't have all the games. Yeah, that's the other thing, the time commitment that they take to do, because BDSP in particular, I think, is a huge time hog. It's going to take so much time to go in and do all of that. Although there are only 150, which does make it a little bit more digestible, but it's still not the easiest. No idea where my nearest game store is these days. A few we had in local. Yeah, I'm the same. I think there's one in Yeovil, but I think it's inside of Sports Direct. And that's where I went last time to get the codes for the Sword and Shield mythical giveaway. The guy gave me such a hard time about getting extra codes because I got extra codes to give out on the channel. The guy was like not having it. I had to pretty much ask everyone I was with who were blatantly not into Pokemon to get the codes, and he knew as well. He's been really awkward with it, but we got the codes in the end, which is good. I've been trying to complete the Kitakami decks in Scarlet. How's that going for you? Hopefully not too many to go. My hot take is Lunala will be one of the edgy second restricted choices that end up being more splashable than people think. I think you're right, mate. Yeah, 100% agree with that. I've seen a really good Zama Lunala team. I think that won a tournament over the weekend. Riley, need to keep bugging about that VG. Get them to get it set up. I know Dean's in here. One thing I would love to see, I think there's a huge lack of representation for VG support up in the northeast of England, and I would love to see that become a thing. If I lived up there, I would do it myself, but yeah, I'm like the opposite end of the country. But it's really sad to see that there's just no cups, like smaller events or anything. But yeah, VG does, the VG events doesn't bring in the money like the TCG events do. Been to that game in Yeovil, yeah, Luke. It's a weird game because it doesn't even look like a game. It looks, yeah, it's hidden right at the back on the top floor. Strange. Yeah, the guy was not having it, but I managed to get the codes, so I can't really complain. One of the game stops I stopped at tried to make me buy TCG cards to get the Eevee codes. I was like, nah, man, not happening. I can't believe that, David. That's crazy. Getting you, yeah. If you want the code, you need to buy the TCG. You need to buy, yeah, you need to buy a booster box. Crazy that stores do that. Not too bad. I just need to progress the story so that I can get a few I need that are Nightmare exclusive mons. Pigeon, do you need any of the Shellos or Cranidos and Rampardos line? They're pretty annoying to get. If you do and you're about on Wednesday and you still need to do them, let me know and I can trade what I've got across to you to kind of help you complete that. What are the Eevee codes, by the way? It's basically to get a event. There's nothing really special about it other than the OT, which is Pokemon Day 25, which is the OT for the Eevee, and it's a flying Terra type Eevee that they're distributing. I don't think it doesn't even come in a Cherish Ball, which is sad because it would have been cool to be in a Cherish Ball. I think it's just a regular Pokeball, and yeah, the only selling point of it is that the OT is Pokemon Day 2025, so you've got that little unique gift for this year's Pokemon Day. Extreme Elements, your mod. I see him everywhere. Jealous is that guy. Stream Elements. Oh, Stream Elements, yeah. No, that's a bot, mate. I think you can just you preset the things in there. I need to go in and update it though. That's so bad, Stig. Yeah, you can imagine the stores doing that though, just to kind of like fumble a few people that are going in. That's annoying that they do that though, taking advantage of customers. Because I wonder if they must be getting paid off Pokemon to distribute the codes. I wonder, but the incentive is people go into the store, probably buy something when they're in there, but not everyone's going to buy something, you know. Luckily, I was able to get one Eevee for me and one for my husband without issue. That's nice. Lumpy, good morning. How are you doing, mate? Hope you had a good weekend and great to see you as always. We are on the Lugia hunt now. We took no more casualties, so that was good. Ever recovered energy to open a pack in pocket. I don't get an immersive Dialga. Be so cool if I get a shiny Lugia on 249th encounter, since Lugia's national Pokedex number is 249. That'd be so fitting, wouldn't it? Terra K, how are we doing today? Good to see you. Thanks for dropping in the stream. Hope you're doing well. James, I think that after the Roma finally shines, I'm heading straight to Mahogany Town to beat Price, so I can access Horsey earlier in the hunt. Other option is going for a bug catching contest Scyther. Ooh, I like both of those, to be honest. I think they're Horsey, since we talked about it so much with the Whirlpool. That feels like a really good one to do. Can't believe Pokemon Day is next week. Or news at this point. It's not next week, mate. It's a week after, so it's like 2 weeks this Thursday. I think 2 weeks. Should be 2 weeks this Thursday. Yeah. So yeah, it'll be the 13th this Thursday, 20th the next week. That's EUIC weekend, and then the week after that, 27th, the week after. So it's like 2 weeks this Thursday. Don't get me too hyped up saying it's next week and I'm like, oh man, it's next week. That'd be hype. That'd be so good. Yeah, that's what I think as well, David. Like the Lechonk that we got. Yeah, the flying Lechonk. Cherish Ball, but the Eevee. I don't know why it's not. 27th, yeah. GameStop has been notorious for being shady. Yeah, I've seen those. I think they take trade-in graded cards. I've seen some shady videos on those trade-ins before. I can imagine. No immersive Dialga, Mighty. Sorry, mate. Sorry to hear that. You've got my luck at the minute in TCG Pocket. Need member commands for Streambot. Oh, we so need to get those. So yes, we need to set those up, Lumpy. That'd be brilliant. Nah, Rich, it's just been too eager for that ZA news and Pokemon Cafe Remix news that you know we're gonna get. Terra K, thank you so much, mate. Yeah, Chikorita line is great. I just wish it got, I feel like a lot of the problem is its moveset. Like it gets some really great moves. I don't know. I can't understand why it doesn't get Leech Seed. It would be so, it'd be probably a little bit broken in a playthrough if it got Leech Seed. But yeah, I love it. I think it's great. It was nice to get the shiny when we did. It was the very first shiny of the whole run, so it was it's like the mascot of the whole run. And do I need to get time off for Pokemon Day? I was not having to get time off to sneak into the bathroom to watch a new trailer every early. It's good, mate. Yeah, it's good. You should take the day off if you can. If you can get some time off, do it. It'll be, the thing is, nothing, I say nothing, there'll probably be nothing released that day, so you know, I mean, they could imagine the insane curveball where they're like, Legends EA trailer, the starters, a lot of stuff about it, and then available on eShop now. That would be madness. They wouldn't ever do that, because then yeah, but it'd be cool. They might have a demo of it, you never know. I'm all about the cafe remix. The cafe remix, we definitely know we're going to be getting that. But yeah, it's a weird one this year because I feel like we know we're going to get ZA news, and it's going to be a big chunky trailer, I think, all about the games, and then we're likely going to get the release date of it, which yeah, I just hope it's not too far away into the air. Guys, remember to like the stream. Thank you so much, Johnny, for the reminder. And yes, thank you to all the likes that we've had so far. If you can drop a like on the stream, it does massively help. But thank you so much for coming by. Just to confirm, what's a Pokemon Days date? Gonna take the day off. It's 27th of February, Riley, which will be a Thursday, so I'd imagine they'll do the presents that day. I used Chonkarita in my original gold run because I thought it was the cutest. It is a very cool starter Pokemon as well, Chikorita. Actually, it was my first, I think, because I picked Bulbar as my first starter in Red, Blue, and Yellow. I think I went with Chikorita as my first choice in Pokemon Silver, my first ever run through of it as well. It's a cool Pokemon. But all the starters in Gen 2 are just amazing. I think it's the best set. That's just me being biased, I think. Wow, Elia, that's brutal. That is 2 days notice. If they released ZA on Pokemon Day, the eShop would crash. Papa Nintendo would never allow it. No, that's probably very true. eShop just absolutely going away forever, never to return. Lose my mind if that was the case. Be logged in straight away, available now, if only. I know the only thing that makes me think that they wouldn't do that is because like the physical carts, but would that put them off? I don't know, you know. It'd be good if there was a demo of it available. I guess they could do that. A demo would be available now to play. I love that Meganium was a fairly major part of the new Pokemon Snap too. Yeah, that's nice. I still haven't played the new Snap. I can't believe. And at this point, I'm like, I'll wait for. There'll be an opportunity somewhere down the line. I'll get the opportunity to play it. I loved the original one on the 64. Such a cool game. Such a cool concept as well. I don't think we have a GameStop on Vancouver Island. Do you guys have Toys R Us though in Canada? Because Toys R Us, I think, are doing it as well. And Corey, I love Pokemon Heart Gold, Soul Silver. I feel like they're one of the few Pokemon games that are pretty much always universally loved by everyone. Yeah, I agree. It's strange, isn't it? That like you normally get every Pokemon game has like a big section that love and big section that aren't so keen, but I think yeah, across the board, Heart Gold, Soul Silver, everyone that's played them, experienced them, does just fall in love with them. They're just, I think they're probably the best Pokemon games, the most complete at least. It's like the bar's been set with them as well for remakes. everything has to live up to it, which is always going to be difficult. How many soft resets do you think this is going to take, Pablo? I don't know. I think we'll get it earlier than we did the Deoxys. I feel confident, but like me feeling confident has no bearing on us getting it early. Yeah, I don't know how quick it'll happen. I hope it does. Do you know what time Pokemon presents normally starts late? 1 p.m. I think it more like 2 p.m. normally UTC, Rich. Yeah, so like 2 p.m. our time is normally when it would drop. I guess it can vary though, you know. The thing I don't like about Pokemon fandom is that there are a lot of boomers. They hate Poltergeist because it's so simple, but they adore Diglett despite he's just a whack-a-mole. I know, Mighty, but don't let it bother you, mate. People like what people like. You like something, then that's all that matters. Doesn't matter if someone likes Diglett or not. I like Diglett. I think it's a cool Pokemon. I wouldn't ever say it was one of my favorites, but I don't like Cramorant, and Cramorant is a huge fan favorite. Cramorant scares me. I'll go Silver are the god Pokemon games. I haven't played the new Snap either, just never played it. It looks good. I mean, it looks amazing. From what I've seen of it online, from other people playing it and stuff, it looks incredible. No, I get it, Mikey. I get it. I got Snap and played it, but never finished it. Should pick it back up. It would have been cool if there was like a reward as well with Snap and finishing it, where they did a similar thing with, like, you know, the Ranger Egg and the Manaphy. If they did something by completing Pokemon Snap on your Switch, you could get an egg and trade it into like Scarlet and Violet or something. That would have been really cool. Dude, what are you doing with your life? Pokemon Snap is one of the best Pokemon games of all time. I have played the original, Lumpy, so I don't know if that bags me any credit there. Just not the remake. Not the remake yet. Kelly, wait, Toys R Us still exists. When you made close up years ago, I think all the ones in the UK closed years ago too. But according to the announcement in Canada, I'm pretty sure Toys R Us still is a thing. Oh, Riley, nice. Some new Beyblades. Absolute jam. Beyblade X is without question the fastest, most action-packed. That sounds wild, mate. I hope you had a great time. Sounds like you did. Dude, my man, every hunt will take less than Deoxys at this point. That ugly noodle arm was being difficult for no reason. It was definitely being difficult for no reason. Hopefully. I mean, this technically could go longer than the Deoxys, technically. It's so possible. I'm confident it won't though. Toys R Us was so cool as well. I remember there was a Gen 3 tournament on Ruby Sapphire. They were doing I think only 8 people from each region got entry into it was like a regional championship, but only 8 people could play, and you got picked out from like a lottery system, and you had to answer on a little postcard in Toys R Us. They had like a random question. It was something like some super easy, like what type is Bulbasaur, something like that. And you had to answer the question and put it into like a box, and then 8 people got drawn out to compete in the tournament. I didn't get picked, which was sad. I was very sad about. But then you got to go to, I think they hosted them at like an audience cinema on the big cinema screen on a Nintendo GameCube, and you got to play in the tournament. And then the winner or the top 2 got to go to the national championships in London, which I thought was so cool. But it's such a bad way to organize a tournament, like pick the people that could play. So yeah, it's all down to luck. I just remember that was probably the last time I was in Toys R Us before they shut down. Tob, let's hope this time it's not as long, but I do enjoy the chill vibe. Thank you, mate. It's great to have you here. I'm with you. I like the chill stream, but I'm also at the same time, I'm like, I don't want it to go on for as long. Any chance we could get Gold and Silver remake for the Switch? Possibly. I don't see why not. I think it would, like we talked about it earlier about Heart Gold Soul Silver, like, yeah, getting these, like the Johto games is a remake and 3D remake. I think they could do it. I think it would sell really well. Whether or not they'll do it, I think it's probably more likely, maybe if we were ever to get another Let's Go game, that it would probably be like that. But are we going to get another Let's Go game? Was that original one just an easy one to do? They were jumping off the back of the success with like Pokemon Go at the time, so maybe it's like a one-off. I would like to see another Let's Go game. It'd be really cool. It's 300. How are you doing, mate? Morning from America. Hoko Nuzlocke. Nice. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing today? I hope you are well and having a great start to your week. Great to see you as always. Mighty, I'm team black and white too. Think that I am a hater of Hot Gold Soul Silver. That is false. I just love black and white too. One of my few Pokemon games that I beat more than 6 times alongside Sword. Nah, mate. Just because you don't like one just as much as another one doesn't mean you hate the original one we were talking about, you know. Black and White and Black and White 2 are great games though. The storyline is very strong in those games. I always find it weird as well because when we were kids in the UK, we had like this chain of stores called Woolworths, and they were like the goat of like stores that you could go into. They had like everything. They had like a cool toy section. They had like a pick a mix section for like sweets. They had like these were like the goated stores. And when I got a bit older, it was a cool place to go for like music and picking up music and stuff like that. But they're all closed now. But when I was it in Washington for Worlds? It might have been like 2014. They still had them there. That was wild. I was like, they still exist in the States. So I don't know if they still do now, but yeah, it's like the same sign and everything that we used to have in the UK. But yeah, they've vanished from the UK, which was sad. But yeah, see, Luke knows where it's at. Woolworths was elite. Yeah, greatest store. Yeah, so cool. Don't have any cool stores like that now though. With all the rumors of black and white remakes coming up, do you think they will try to work in black and white too in somewhere like with Hot Gold Soul Silver with the story after you finish? Oh, that would be wild, wouldn't it? Like all in one game, they have both storylines kind of. Yeah. I guess you'd have to have a little bit of a time jump, wouldn't you, at the end of one to the other? I don't know how they would integrate it, but if this, maybe they could have some sort of time traveling in there. That'd be very cool. A drug. I got Shopper's Drug Mart. Drug Mart. Is that the name of the place, Riley? It's not as fancy. Not as fancy as Woolworths, Walgreens. Maybe do black and white 2 as a DLC. Yeah, that would kind of work, wouldn't it? Would that be the first time? Be kind of tricky though, wouldn't it? I wonder if they would just. Be the first time they would kind of do this, where they would do a remake of black and white. I guess it would set up maybe a future Legends game. If they did a Legends Unova game, they'd have to almost do. Would they almost have to do? Because it's not like we're getting Pokemon Legends ZA and we're getting a remake of X and Y. Is that because X and Y are old games? They're not like, you know, they're not like recent games. I mean, they were for the 3DS, right? Were they the first 3DS titles? I think, yeah, they are. Were they the first titles on 3DS? I'm not too sure. Like as a 3DS from a DS title, maybe. I'm just trying to think of like the logic why they would do, like, would they ever release a black and white remake and then a black and white 2 remake like a year after, leading up to a Legends Unova game? Maybe, I don't know. Black and white are a lot older than X and Y as well, so there could be like some warrant in that. Future Shop. It's actually a place, a real place to buy games at Future Shop, but it's gone now and replaced by Best Buy. Future Shop sounds so much better. Totally agree. What was elite level? Man, even Hartlepool had one. Everyone would hang outside there on a Saturday afternoon. Is like weird, isn't it? Yeah, like the place to be inside of Woolworths. Mate, they had the most elite pick a mix aisle. It was huge. I used to remember going there as a kid and just being like, all the like rows and rows and rows of sweets. Future shop though. Shoppers Drug Mart has been best prices on all the sets of TC. Oh, there we go. Inside scoop for you. The Drug Mart for your TCG product. Pokemon, you're too kind, mate. It's great to have you here though. Oh, Future Shop is no more. Just moved my Sword and Shield Pokemon to home and only missing 6. Feebas, Milotic, just annoying on the list to get. Feebas is an annoying one, isn't it? At least if you get the Feebas, you can trade it into another game like Scarlet and Violet and evolve it a lot easier in that game. Or is it easy enough to evolve in Sword and Shield? I don't know if there was any annoying mechanics with it there. No, you just need the Marvel scale, don't you? Which is that easy to get in Sword and Shield? I'm not too sure. I hope it's easy to get those last few. It's nice that you've only got 6 to do though, Polly. That's really great. And then you're set up. You're ready for Wednesday if something does drop. Please don't be mad at me if on Wednesday we get the update and there is no rewards added to the game. I'm gonna say it because I've been talking about the possibility of it happening, but there is a possibility of them just doing no updates just yet because it's been so soon since the last one. But I just feel like with that 5th anniversary on the Wednesday, it just feels like it feels too perfect not to have an update where we get another Dex reward added. The one big bag. Yes, Rich, the bag. Pick-a-mix was just, yeah, the king. Don't know where you get it now, like Tesco Pick-a-mix. They just do those like tubs, don't they? Was Heracross our longest non-starter hunt so far in this lock? Yes, Kate, by far. I think if you, the weird thing about counting the Heracross was I counted the individual Heracross that we came across from the tree that we were headbutting, but I also counted the amount of encounters that we had. So we had 8,000, it was 8,419 I think for the Heracross in total. That was the amount of encounters. That was like the Hoot Hoot and whatever else we encountered from the tree with the Heracross, but it was only 1,096-ish Heracross from those 8,000 total encounters, if that makes sense. So yeah, but it's definitely been the longest hunt that we've had, and I still feel like we got it. We were very lucky with that one for sure. Hopefully Lugia doesn't surpass it. Nose Horse, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well. Giving up on trying to catch Feebas in BDSP, just too annoying. Finding the one of those 4 places you need to move over and just breathe. Yeah, it's definitely the easier way to do it, mate. The return on reward. I love that, Mighty. They're happy in Kalos eating treats and receiving head pats. Poundland do pick a mix, and it's okay. It's not a patch on Woolworths. I didn't realize they did Poundland. I think some bigger Tesco do pick a mix, not as many of them. I think it's the one in South Shields is up there. The one that we've got close to us does. It's like tiny though. It's like half. It's not even. It's like at the end of an aisle. So it's, yeah. Prism scale easier on BDSP. You just need to raise the beauty contest stat to evolve to Milotic. Is it easier to do that? How quick is that? I've never done that because I always go for the prism scale. But it's a harder item to get than most other items. It's not easily available, but you can get them pretty easy in Scarlet and Violet. So you could trade it to Scarlet and Violet and evolve it pretty easy there. I moved a Feebas over from Violet and bred one for BDSP. That's definitely the way to do it, I feel. Pulls and TCG Pocket are awful. Haven't had a decent card from either of the 2 sets since they came out. Rich, I'm the same. Like the last week, my pulls in like have been trash. I've not even had any like really rare cards, like full arts, just nothing. Everything for the last, definitely the last 5 days have all just been just a basic, no rarity. Bad pulls. I'm very sad. And then moving it back to Violet for the evolution. I was lazy. No, okay, that is just how to do it if you're smart, for sure. That's how I will be doing it. I'll be taking all inspiration from you and doing it that way. I think I do need the melodic Eevees in it. Yeah, I'm not sure, Nos, if that tool online works anymore with the tiles. I'll test it out because I've got a video on the channel with that tile tool that allows you to kind of identify which tiles the Eevees would appear on. But I've heard a few people having issues with it where they've not been able to find the Eevees at all. Oh, David, still enjoying PLA, mate. Whereabouts are you up to in your playthrough? Are you still in Obsidian Fieldlands working through the decks? I wonder if it's something like they're doing purposely with the polls. Because I've been looking through wonder trades as well, and there's not been that many of the wonder trades that I'm like, they're not even worth me going after. And the ones I have tried to go after obviously never get the big cards. Although I do have a little hack, and I don't know if anyone's ever talked about this before, and the chances of coming across the same wonder pick on like 2 different accounts I guess is going to be very slim as well. But Thea got a full art shaman. So she picked there was a full art shaman card and she managed to guess where it was. And that same wonder pick appeared on my account, and I was like, I wonder if it's like in exactly the same place. So I went onto it, and obviously it's 1 in 5, so the odds are it could have just been a complete coincidence. But I'm like, I don't know. I think there's maybe something to this. So I picked the exact same place of where her shaman appeared, and it was exactly the same. They appeared in exactly the same spot. So I'm like, I wonder if, because then you could start like a community, whereas like, this wonder trade has just been like here, I did it, I didn't get the full art, but it appeared in the top right hand corner. So if you're going for it, then go for the top right hand corner, you'll get the wonder card. So yeah, I guess you just need a bunch of us to come together and just do that with wonder trades to see if that's a thing, and then you could really kind of work the system then. Maybe. Marcus, good morning, how are you doing, mate? I hope you're well, having a good start to your Monday. Callum, great to see you as well, my friend. Made it for 10 minutes. How are you all doing? Doing good, mate. Started the Lugia hunt, which is really nice, but I think for the rest of the week we might have some Pokemon Dex completion tasks to do, because we need to get the Manaphy, we need to get the Enamorus. Now we're at the Lugia. This is kind of a good point where we can probably just drop off a little bit for the rest of the week, take care of that, come back to the Lugia at the end of the week, hopefully get it pretty soon. But doing all right, mate, doing all right. How are you? Max Beauty, then leveling up Eevees was fairly easy in BSP in my opinion. I think Deadly Tiger, it's probably because it's not something I've ever really done before in games, so it feels a lot more daunting to do that than it does just using the item, you know? Dean, the wonder picks are determined and show up the second someone picks their pack, so you will see it on your screen. The pack is already determined. So the pick's already determined. Is that... so it doesn't matter which area I pick, it would always be the same card. Is that right? What happened to the dude Callum? I let the team down on Friday, and we had to make a sacrifice in the battle to not lose like more Pokemon, and Nugget was the sacrifice we had to make, which I'm very sad about, because I really wanted to not have any casualties throughout the entire run, but the Golem was lost, fortunately. And then I released it. I released the shiny Golem. I didn't really see it. I boxed it. It's in an RIP box. That would be too brutal to release it into the wild to get in the shiny. I couldn't do it. Catch a wild Melodic in the wild area and Sun Shield, evolved into Feebas, into Melodic with Poffins in BDSP, and catch a Melodic in the Terra Raid in Scarlet and Violet. There are discords where you can join and add people that only do God packs, so if those are your only friends, then that's what will appear in the Wonder Trades. That's wild. Imagine only getting God packs, Caleb. Sounds good, Callum. Yeah, mate. I mean, it was pretty brutal, but hopefully that's the last casualty of this entire run. Lovely time. My coffee, boiled egg, banana, Cliff Bar. Nice. Been a while since I had one of those. A great start to the week. Sounds great, mate. Perfect. I've got my coffee here, but it's like iced coffee now. I left it too long. Icy goodness. It's not good. It tastes alright, but I don't really want it now. 11 weeks on my notice at the moment, so next few weeks going to be a slog, otherwise good. 11 weeks. Oh, mate. It's only 3 months. It's alright. It's alright. Yeah, oh, mate, I feel you. I feel you. That'll fly by, though. It will fly by. Feel like a slog at the beginning, but it will go by in no time. I hope for you it does, mate. No, sorry. Say you select Wonder Picks and we're friends. I'll see your pack shut up before you've actually... Ah, okay. So yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, you'll actually see the pulls that I would get before I actually open the pack itself. Yeah. Yeah, everything's predetermined, so you don't do the carousel. I haven't told Thea that, because she loves doing the carousel and picking the random ones. I'm like, yeah, I'll just let you enjoy that. You just figure that out. Find that somewhere down the line. And I'll be like, I didn't know. Shiny hunt Steelix for Kanto. That would be a cool shiny hunt, wouldn't it? What would be the best place for that hunt to do take part? Rock Tunnel, maybe? There's a good amount of Onyx spawns there. I got so big when you said you released it. Because it was like, wait, you put it in the box. What happened? Lol. Good job. Yeah, I can't remember who said it at the time. They were like, after it fainted, they were like, yeah, are you releasing it now? And I'm like, no. And that was not part of the plan. I couldn't bring myself to do it, you know. I mean, that would be pretty brutal. I mean, if we were like dedicated to it, we should have that rule. We'll give it a warm up. I'll let you have 5 mins for a fresh cuppa. Oh, mate, don't worry. I'll plug on. I'm all right at the minute. I've got a little bit of water here, so I actually came prepared today. I always drop off. I'm always like, I gotta get a drink, but I came prepared today. Came over prepared, too prepared, because I haven't drank anything. I remember as a teenager, somebody at school convinced me that if I released a Pokemon, it had a chance of showing up on the nearest route to the Pokemon Center. Whoever that was an evil, evil person. I hope you didn't do it with like a legendary or anything that really special. One-off catch per game. Yeah. Can you imagine doing that to someone? Especially if it was like a Mew. If you'd been to like the Mew event in Gen 1 and been like, yeah, if you release that Mew, we release your Mewtwo, a Mew will spawn. I'm sure that was probably some people that like came up with that little theory. And Shiny Hunter, hopefully Lugia doesn't take as long as the Deoxys. I'm hoping it doesn't. Yeah. I don't play Marvel Rivals, but I really like the Squirrel Girl. She is so goofy. I've never played it before, mate. Never played it. Yeah, if you're doing a draw and share them in the Discord, give me a scare when you said that. Shiny hunted in the 8,000 odds era. Too precious to really... I know, yeah. There's no way I could do it. How many shinies will Lee get before I start my new job? Going for 2. 2. I think we'll get more. I think we'll get more than that. I think we'll get Lugia. We'll get I would say, so that's the next 3 months. Oh man, I hope we get more than 2. Big Maestro, how are we doing today? I hope you're well, mate. Good to see you, and thank you for the good luck. Cliff Cave, you can repel trick to level 23. You only need to see Wild Steelix. Here in Johto. On the way to the Safari Zone. Oh, ooh, so we could do. The Golden Steelix would be a great addition for the team. Steel type would be really handy as well. I think the only shiny Pokemon that I've released before are the hacked ones from Surprise Trays. Yeah, same, Corey. Gone through and looking at those, like shinypokemon.org. What's the other one? Machamp.com or something like that. There's a bunch of those in my boxes from doing trades for those Mews. A lot of coffee and early bed tonight. Yes, mate. Get that rest in after last night's celebrations. I think they've done public tournaments in Victoria. Have you hosted there? Not there, mate. No. But it'd be cool to go over. It's sad because I think OCIC is the IC that they dropped, which is really sad because it was always the one. I think Melbourne and I don't know, did they ever do it in Sydney? An IC? But I always wanted to go to Oz to do the ICs over there, but never got the chance. Sad, and then they dropped them. Never purposely gotten rid of a shiny, but I'm starting to think I'll have to knock out the next Swablu I get. Oh mate, don't do it. Don't do it. Just out of anger, you'll be like, damn it, another shiny bird. It will be the goose. The next one will be the goose. It has to be. Favorite character from Scarlet and Violet is Perrin. So getting to see her relative in PLA is so cool. Very cool. Yeah, I do like it, mate. She's a very cool character. I love the connections that we've got with some of the characters between generations as well. I do like those links because as well she's kind of tied to those Luna, the Blood Moon as well. It's very cool. And the fact that she kind of helps us get the Paradox legendaries as well. Discord needs a group for Poké Art and Pokemon Snapchat. Yes, that is very true. If you don't mind, can prep for a shiny Mega for PLZA. Well, Olio, I'm already way ahead of you, my friend. I will bring these hunts to stream. Hopefully the Aerodactyl now doesn't take me that long, but I've still got a few targets to go for. But we will be bringing them to stream. It's nice that we've got the Deoxys, because the Deoxys was gatekeeping a lot of things like this, but it's nice that we got the stage with the Lugia hunt now where we can do this, and we can kind of dip in and out of other things as well over the next few weeks. Mighty, no way. I remember when I was a kid and I thought that Plusle and Minim would evolve into Latios and Latias because they were on the back of the box and they were together. And I'm stupid. Nah, not stupid, mate. They had the same color patterns as well. How wild would that be? Imagine catching a Plusle and be like, okay, gotta go through this mad series of steps to get ourselves a Latios that the Plusle evolves into. Crazy transformation. I kind of like it though. Right, my 10 minutes of lunch is up. Good luck, Lee. Have fun all. Callum, great to see you, my friend. Have a great rest of your day. And hopefully catch you on the next one as well, mate. But yeah, take it easy, dude. Had to release a hacked Izzy's Floette because it was causing problems with my Pokemon Home. Yeah, especially stuff that's like not been released yet. Like I can imagine that would definitely cause some issues. Got to update my game for the new mass outbreaks. Oh, Marcus, you've missed it. I don't know why, if there's no like mass outbreak this week, why it wouldn't have hurt just to have the event run the entire week and over this weekend, like an end the coming Sunday rather than ending yesterday. I feel like Lugia not really strong. Wide shoulders in Scarlet and Violet compared to the originals. Yeah. I still want to try. Talking about Lugia and Scarlet and Violet, I really want to try it in competitive play. There's a few Lugia builds that I think are quite interesting. there was this there was a Dorzo team that he played on the ladder, and it started with Fluttermane Perish Song, obviously on the Tatsugiri. So you lead Fluttermane, Tatsugiri, Perish Song, then switch into Dorzo the next turn, and the Tatsugiri obviously goes down after a few turns, which then allows the Lugia to come onto the field, and then it psychs up the Dorzo, and then it's got Calm Mind and Recover. So it was pretty obnoxious to deal with. I mean, if you've got anything with like Clear Smog or Haze, it's easily to deal with. But yeah, Perrin is just a VGC player. She brought Blood Moon and Raging Bolt. No shot, just photos. Yeah, that's so true. Brian, good morning, mate. How are you doing? Hope you had a nice weekend. Good to see you, though. I mean, remember it evolves into Octillery, anything is, but that is kind of very true. Yeah, that is not like two Pokemon that you would ever put together, like that one into that one. Nah, that is the example we all need. Someone showed me a trainer card of a trainer that I didn't know who it was. Turned out it was a fighting member of Team Star without her mask. Is that Airy? I'm pretty sure that's who you're talking about. I got the full art Airy in the in my packs of, yeah, that's Airy there. That's one of my only good cards I got from Trestle Festival. Leacon Perish. See where we're going with this, Rich. Checked out the Fletchling breaks out and caught 4 shinies in the first 5 minutes. Nice. Awesome. Don't apologize, mate. I appreciate it. I liked it, Rich. Ban. Drop the ban hammer. It's time for work. Hope you get the shiny today. I'll watch the remainder of the stream later. See you later. Bye, chat. James, you have a good day, mate. Thank you so much for coming by. I was shocked when I saw that card. Sorry to shock you, Justin. I think that's who Might is referring to, though. Such a contrast when you get that, like, when you have like the post-game interactions in the school with the Team Star bosses to when you're fighting them throughout the main game. Brian played a 3-hour country show on Saturday, so that was cool. But that sounds awesome, mate. Was it like a festival sort of thing? Awesome though, mate. We had a great time. But me, pretty chill weekend. It was Tasha's birthday, so we just did a bunch of stuff out and about. It was nice. It wasn't anything too crazy though. Remember thinking Remoraid and Octillery were both just single stage mons. It blew my mind when I learned they were the same Evo line. I feel like I almost had a similar thought to you at the time when I saw them. Like, they look like they shouldn't belong. I don't know how they ended up like that as well. Were they originally planned to be like have different Evos, or was Octillery just meant to be a standalone? They were like, we're gonna have to, yeah, they go together. You just do that. I got Terrestrial in Chinese, Japanese, and Korean. Got the Japanese Umbreon. Wow, Justin, that's incredible. Congrats, mate. That is a real banger card to get. I've kind of resigned myself to the fact I'm never ever gonna own that card. In Japanese though as well, that's nice. I probably prefer it for a display piece in Japanese than in the English set. It sounds crazy, right? But I think the quality, Japanese quality, is just so much better than anything we get in English. And you pulled a golden Dialga card. Nice, Marcus. That is where it's at. I mean, my best, I got a Mary's and I got Airy, and they were like the 2 best cards from the set. I got, other than a Master Ball Sneasel and something else, but they were the 2 cards that I got that were any good, but the rest of them were just, I mean, I got a bunch of like the Pokeball Reverse and a couple of Master Ball, but nothing crazy. But the pull rates from that set, pretty brutal. If any of you saw Bebum's stream on Friday, he opened 3 boxes and got like, basically, I think he got a full art Larry, which was nice, and then an EX Glaceon, I think that was it, from 3 boxes. It's brutal. Doodle-doo. Happy birthday. Brian, whose birthday is it? Have I missed whose birthday it is? I feel really bad if I have. How does a fish turn into an octopus? Yeah, I have no idea. It just makes no sense at all. It's like they've done that now and they can't go back. They can't go back and undo that. They need to. I'll tell you, it was more tank-like in its original sprite. Like it had a tank part on him. I need to go back and like remind myself what its original sprite looked like. Let me have a look. Artillery. And Gen 3, isn't it? I don't think it was Gen. Oh yeah, look at it. Right, I need to pull this. I need to pull this into the stream. I'm gonna save this actually. I don't know if this was like how it was, but you can definitely. Let me just drop an image in. I'm just gonna ruin the stream for a minute, just so you guys can see this. Oh man, that's in downloads. That's where we need to be. Yeah. You can kind of see the tank-like. There's definitely the more tank-like, isn't there? Beta Remoraid was a gun. So yeah, I guess the link is there, right? Between the beta kind of sprites. But oh yeah, thank you. I thought it was someone here, Rich. No, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you so much. Danny, good morning. How are you doing? I hope you're well. Having a great Monday and had a nice weekend as well. I love the school stuff in Scarlet and Violet. I did every class as it became available. It's a bit of a shame. 100% Scarlet and now have nothing left to do in the games. No Battle Frontier, no tough shiny hunts. I know, Riley. I feel exactly the same. I did exactly that in Scarlet and Violet. Like 100% did it and just like there is nothing to do. It's sad that there's no like draw to keep going back into it, other than the events, I guess, that they're doing now. But they could have done so much more with it, couldn't they? Also opened a bunch of prismatic, but I got nothing really. Null Master Ball Fracture, that's nice. I think it was, yeah, but I need the Master Ball Sneasel big time to keep an eye out on it. Riley, you can literally have this one. You can have this one. I'm not going to be collecting this set at all, so I would be more than happy to pass this on, mate. Knowing your love for the Pokemon Sneasel, you can definitely have this. Better Remoraid was a gun. Better Artillery was a tank. Let me have a look. I need to have a look at this Beta Remoraid. I've probably seen it before, I just don't. Oh yeah, look at it. The revolver. Let's pull this one up. This is brilliant. And now we've got both of them here. Yeah, so you've got the beta versions. Right. I think this is it, yeah. Okay. Right, I'll just get this encounter. I don't want to overdub the shiny Lugia when we get it now. Haven't played Scarlet since this shiny Meloetta, but a complete live index in blue, excluding version exclusives and trade exclusives. That's awesome. Yeah, it's hard to go want to go back into those games when you kind of feel like you've done everything and there's just nothing else to do there. Would you rather have a remake of Black and White with sprites including all the new mons added into the old game, or a remake with full 3D like Scarlet and Violet, but the game is black and white? I think the latter. I think a full 3D like Scarlet and Violet, but it's the original games. To experience it in 3D, I think would be my preference. But I'd like a sprinkling of some like in the post game, some of the older like newer Pokemon added in there as well. But I think I would probably like, if it was a black and white remake, I'd like them to keep that original dex that they had in black and white. It was such a cool regional dex, you know? Right, let's have a look at these. Yeah, there it is. The Beta Remoraid and Beta Octillery. Wow. you can kind of understand why they didn't go ahead with the Remoraid. I mean, a fish that's a gun? Where did that concept even, like, how did we get there? Hilarious. Like the revolver fish. Artillery. I get it with artillery because you've got the snout and it kind of shoots out, and you've got like very similar things in like Super Mario to what artillery looks like there. But yeah. Lumpy, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. I haven't finished Shiny Mellower yet, waiting on my friend for trades. Danny will be doing stuff on Wednesday to finish off Dexes. So if you're around Wednesday, I can help trade. I know it's a couple of days away, so I hope that's not too long away. If you say that as if Ogre Austin doesn't exist. It doesn't exist. It never did. That sounds good, mate. That sounds really cool. Apparently Hydreigon and its evolutionary line were originally intended to have aspects of tanks as well, according to Bulbapedia via an interview with Ken Sugimori. Nintendo Dream. Wild. They really want to push this tank theme. It didn't work out with Octillery, and they're like looking for new designs to be like, where can that, where there's one guy on the design team that's like, how about a tank Pokemon? How about a tank Pokemon? Always go on pushing the tank line. I wonder if it'll finally get revealed in Gen 10. Maybe. Wish they would do the art style of Legends from now on, but with the textures of Skull and Violet. Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Water guns. There we go. It's as simple as that, Lumpy. That's all it is. Well, I haven't had a shred of luck with the goose. I did finally get an item in old school RuneScape I've been hunting for years. So all in all, a good weekend. That is good news, mate. At least we had some luck in one of the games that you're grinding at the moment. No, I feel like some of the designs in Gen 5 are weak. I definitely loved that black and white. There was only new Pokemon. Yeah, I think that's one of the really cool things about those games. It was almost like a Gen 1 reboot where all you had was just that full black and white decks, like 150-ish Pokemon in total. And like, yeah, all brand new Pokemon. I'd love us to get, I don't know if we'll ever see anything like that again. It would be so cool though. If we had a new generation and was not old Pokemon in it until the post game, and like all we had was that like decks and it was full. Too much to ask, like 180 new Pokemon. That would be wild. That would be so wild. Miltank evolution, Mega Miltank, both. Yeah, I'm still really interested to see how they're going to handle Mega Evolution in the Legends game. Is it just going to be a standard, like they're just going to do it with Mega Stones? Are going to be a thing that you have to find around the region? Pokemon are going to have held items. Just an adaptation from what we had in Legends Arceus where we didn't have held items, or are we going to have like a new mechanic where it's going to be like almost like a Terras style mechanic where you have to kind of click on an option that you can do on the Pokemon at any time during a battle where the item is not like a mandatory thing. Miltank Evo is normal fire because it's pasteurized. Kind of wild to get a Miltank evolution. I could definitely see them doing a Miltank pre-evolution, you know, but I don't know, like Mega Miltank would be wild as well. I'd love to see Mega Miltank. I think Miltank needs a pre-evolution, like imagine a baby cow. Yeah, like one of the baby Pokemon. I feel like it would be, yeah. But then it doesn't need a regional form if you go that far as well. I feel like it does need a little bit of a rework, Miltank. It feels like one of those Pokemon that just needs a little bit of help to be used a bit more. Skull and Violet may not have the best graphics, but they are great in the little details, specifically the new textures. Shows that despite all they put heart and soul into the games, the modern ones. Yeah, I mean, the textures in the Pokemon, when you get up really close to them, they're really cool. G-Max Miltank would drown the stadium in Moo Moo milk. Max Moo Moo Milk. That would be its move. Just an instant one-hit KO move. 50% accurate. Max Moo Moo. Instead of Poltergeist, we get a milk jug. There's a part of me now that wants to get another version of Soul Silver on the go for double hunting on this. Do you think it's worth it? Or do you think we just stick with the one game and just go from there? Be like Surf and Muddy Water, the liquid would be white. And then like certain Pokemon, it would heal rather than damage. I knew it was coming. I was thinking this morning, I wonder how dry until he 2 times hunts the Lugia. 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. Yeah. Should we just stick to the one? Like for once. I don't Miltank. She's adorable. I would love to hug it and help it. That. I know. Miltank's great. I love it. Clone the save and double the hunt. Should go twice as fast getting the shiny. Well, that's the option we do have. We could do that. Oh, it would speed things up technically, wouldn't it? If you fancy doing it, go for the double. Gets through the checks twice as fast if you've got a spare one. Be funny if someone from Game Freak is watching the stream and gets some ideas from this. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it? Deoxy's got you messed up. It has, mate. It has. I know we're not even that deep into it yet, and I'm already like, should we speed things up, speed things along? I know this is gonna take a while, so it's just frustrating, isn't it? Where you think, yeah, we could have had 600 encounters now in the same amount of time, but also tried, true and tested. I was thinking about this. Was it like Saturday evening? The Nuzlocke, I was like, it's kind of like I started the Nuzlocke kind of cheating Nuzlocke rules because we traded in a starter, so we got 2 starters in our team. So it's kind of technically like we shouldn't really have 2 starters because we've already got the shiny from one area from Elm's Lab, so we shouldn't really be able to use 2 according to Nuzlocke rules. It's fine for this because it's, you know, but really if we're being harsh about it and sticking to strict to the rules, we shouldn't have been able to get 2 shinies from one location. Yeah, well, yeah, I was just thinking about it. I was like, you know, when I put this together in a video, I know that's going to be someone's going to be like, yeah, but you cheated from the start. I'm like, yeah, Blue-Eyed Vendor, you know it's going to come. I know, I don't mind about it, but I was just thinking, yeah, the whole run's a void. Cows in general are really underrated animals. A lot of people just see them as meat and nothing more. Still like beef though. Mighty, the cattle lover. Sarah, I hope PLZ introduces a new dual type we haven't seen before. Oh, that would be really cool, wouldn't it? Ice poison. That would be very cool, wouldn't it? Fire Fairy. That's what we need. Have we had Fire Fairy? I don't think we have. That's the one I really hope for. I remember the Swarth, the new viewers coming in and asking how you had 2 stars for our mate. Yeah, it was just madness, wasn't it? I felt like I must have said that line over and over again. I feel like I nearly got the pinned. I should have just had a ticker across the top of the screen with it. If you don't run 2 games now, you will eventually. Once you hit 5k resets, then you'll wish you had both. Maybe that's just the play, Caleb. Yeah, better start over then. Yeah, from the beginning. Let's go again. Variations and those. Yeah, that's true. Bug Dragon needs to happen. Mega Flygon. That's what we need. Okay, I think today, chat, because I have to finish up by 2, which is like 10 minutes. If we take it to 300 encounters, I feel like that's probably a good place to stop for today, and then we'll be back. We'll pick this up. If we get finished up with the dexes and things Wednesday, we'll jump back straight into this, and then we'll continue this one. But we might pick this one up later in the week. But it's nice to be able to finally get to this stage in the game and go for the Lugia, which was the whole point from the start of why we traded everything into Soul Silver rather than playing Hard Gold, to get the Lugia on the team. So it's kind of nice. But it's been a fun stream today. Thank you so much for everyone coming by the stream. It's been awesome. And I hope you have a great rest of your day and whatever you're up to. Of course, if there's any news in the meantime with any events being added to the home update, then I will let you know. But expect potentially something on Wednesday, of course. And if there is, we'll complete them. We'll do them all on stream, and then we'll jump back into this and continue the Lugia hunt. I'll have a think about whether we double up, but maybe for the time being, I think we might just stick to the one. Even though Caleb's right, I think we'll eventually get to 5k resets and be like, we're gonna add another one to try and speed this up. But for now, we'll stick to 1. We'll see how it goes. Pokemon, too kind, mate. Right, that is 299. I was expecting to maybe get a few more encounters in today, but I guess we can have a big old reset session next time and get through some. Or could it be encounter 300 where we get the shiny Lugia? We didn't get it on its Pokedex number, which is sad because that would have been nice. Could get it here though. Encounter number 300. It's blue. It's blue. But there we go. Right, friends, I will wrap it up there. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much as always for coming out. If I do get a chance tomorrow to stream, I will. It's probably at the moment a little unlikely that I'll be able to jump on to get on, so it'll be Wednesday before we're back with our next one. But keep an eye out because I'll update if I can tomorrow. And this is it, Lumpy. Yeah, 301. Okay, I have to do it now. I have to do it. I have to do it now, don't I? Lumpy knows every time how to get me. And then it's going to be 302, 303, and then another hour passes and we'll still not have it. An odd number. I see, and now I have to do another one after this because we can't leave it on an odd number, can we? Or can we? Right, I'll do one more to keep it on an even number. 302 seems like a good place to leave it. No more after this. I know you guys are going to get me. Corey, thanks so much as well for coming by. Glad I could watch from the very beginning. It's awesome having you here today, join us. I'm sorry we couldn't get the Lugia, but nice that we started off. We got through all the gym leaders. Leave a like, y'all. 303. We're not doing it. There's 302. That is gonna be it. Thank you so much for coming by, friends. Have a great rest of your day. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I'll hopefully catch you on Wednesday, if not before then. So take care, friends. Have a good one. Bye bye.